Midnight music. 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 music. Midnight music. Midnight music.
Oh, wait till you see your royal fact tonight.
Oh my! I'm terrified.
No, it's I listened to the Lizzo album, so like you'll respect what I put for you. Okay, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the KOTR pre-show live on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook at KOTR_podcast and on Wrestle Addict Radio as well. Kimrick Rose here, Will,
Is my royal
and DK Murphy.
is my royal fact 100% that big?
Close, but close.
Is
It is a
Lizzo
Lizzo
reference?
reference. You'll know it. It is a Lizzo
Yeah!
reference. I will tell you that.
I think it needs to be like, and I'll say it again on pre-show. It needs to be mandatory that everyone goes to a Lizzo concert.
That good?
Mandatory. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. Lizzo's also one of the only concerts I've ever been to that wasn't like an emo show or like a rock concert in general.
So it's a little bit different for you.
So this is. Oh yeah, this is like Lotto was the opener.
Who?
Lotto.
I don't know them.
Very like in the same vein as like Megan Thee Stallion, like hot, thick female rapper.
Nobody's as thick as Megan.
No, she wasn't as thick as Megan. Literally, Caitlin and I were like, "Yo, imagine if fucking Megan were here right now."
I love Megan Thee Stallion. She is
I literally like the way I want to fuck Megan Thee Stallion.
I can tell you probably many people feel the same way.
Megan Thee Stallion is a guest judge on she had the first 2 seasons of Legendary, and every week she just has a cute like a little outfit based on like whatever the theme is.
What's going on, Taquan? I love your comment. I love seeing Lizzo blow on that slave owner flute. We did too, Taquan. So did we. That was actually really funny, hearing everybody's.
I didn't even realize we were live. Hi everyone.
Okay, I said we were. It's because I'm not on my thing right now. Sorry about that. I'm doing some edits.
I go by visual.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing some edits right now on all of our channels to make sure everything's copacetic and up to date. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. The internet already knew.
My bad.
Like, I very often talk about men I want to objectify, so like it's about damn time I talk.
Pun intended.
Not like Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, what is Rhea Ripley? Dominic had a moment on Raw where he could have just won the internet over and he failed.
On Raw,
dude, they're good. Yeah, he's like, he submitted a comment with his dad.
You're not my father.
Like, it was
you're not my. No, he goes, you're not my
now.
father anymore, or something like that, or you're not my daddy.
I was watching Raw while I was working. I
was like,
Rhea's
say
your
it,
dad.
say it, and he didn't do it. I was so fucking pissed.
You said I'm your poppy.
Yeah, one day Rhea's gonna slip. Like she's gonna have a fanboy moment. and be like, I'm your pappy now, Dominic. And the place is going to explode. And Triple H will probably give her a raise. He's probably like, that's the funniest shit I've heard in a while.
It'll be a start.
And Becky may be the man,
Poppy.
but I'm the
Oh, yeah, by the way, I totally forgot to tell you guys. We have a new follower in our Twitch, and they just also commented on our stream. They're known as the White Rabbit.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Well,
Hello, White.
Mr., Mrs., or Mixed Rabbit.
Yeah, I totally forgot to mention that. Yeah, we have the White Rabbit also follows us. I'm guessing you looked at all of our clues, Sir White Rabbit, last week when we went through the show.
yo, as long as you're not Disco Inferno.
We've had a lot of random guest followers. We should clip and talk about this. We have had a lot of random guest followers. We've had fake Disco Inferno, fake Jim Cornette was a couple weeks ago, and now we have
That's pretty cool.
semi-real White Rabbit.
Where
It
do
could
we
be
see
it could be Bugs Bunny. It could be
Yeah.
anything.
Where do we see the rabbit?
What do you mean? Where do we see the rabbit?
For
Go on Twitch.
Twitch, silly.
good.
No, I said we have a follower to our Twitch stream. Or did I not make
It's
that
always
clear?
extreme in Philadelphia. Clever, Ricky. You think of that all by yourself?
I did actually. I really had nothing else because we usually call it not so extreme rules, but it's actually an extreme rules. So I was like,
It's pretty extreme, dude. It's like it's back, baby.
I was like, not so extreme rules doesn't actually fit this time
Are you
around.
guys going?
No, we're not gonna go.
No,
Sign
Will,
against it.
Will is not going to go.
Are you going?
I'm still on the fence. I would need somebody. I'm not going to go solo, although I would love to go solo, but I don't want to go solo.
I owe my brother and my friends money. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. Because there's
Wait. I wish we were doing a 311. Are we doing 311 music today?
no, we're not.
It's 311.
I'm aware.
It's 311. It's 10-5. What are you talking?
Mm-hmm.
What is this 311 joke?
Episode 311.
Yes.
Oh.
Come on, Will. Get with the numerology, Will. Get with the numerology.
Sorry, dude. I'm a little slow. Dude, I've had a headache. since
Speaking
I
of
got home from work.
numerology, hey, Will, riddle me this. Before tonight's game, what was the Yankees record going into tonight's game?
99 and 62.
What's Aaron Judge's number?
99.
How many home runs did he hit?
62. 62. Yeah. Well, they lost today, so there's 63.
Oh, God damn it. And Aaron Judge lost the Triple Crown.
Well, yeah, he didn't play today, which was
Duh.
smart.
Well, yeah, smart.
Don't
But,
let him get hurt.
so. Anyway, what's the White Rabbit suit? A trickster could never fool a door that's open before to let him feed.
Do it, it's Tricks Bunny. There it is. Got it.
Could you imagine? Could you
It's
imagine?
not there for kids, you fool.
Could you imagine if it's the fucking gobbledygooker?
That'd be pretty
Could
funny.
you imagine if it was Slack's dad?
That'd be great. I would bug the fuck out.
Although, okay, me and my friend did just buy tickets to see the starting line in December.
You bastard.
They were 55. They were 55 bucks.
Okay.
I saw the starting line at Warped Tour
Yeah, we saw them. We saw them
in
2 years ago.
2007.
Saw them 2 years ago. It was fucking lit.
Wait,
So I'm
I
pretty-
remember you invited me to that.
Did I?
Yeah.
I probably
because
did.
You invited me and I couldn't go because I was.
Did you not
going
come with me,
to
my
something
friend?
I was going to something else. I don't remember what it was. Oh my god! So.
Okay, do you want to go to
Can I
Philly
go
with
off-
me?
I'm going to be in Salem.
Oh, yeah, but do you want to go to Philly?
Yes. I'm leaving for I'm leaving Queens Friday night to go to Long Island for a night, but
Oh, really? Where on the island?
Greenport. So I'm like passing you.
Yeah, you should say hi on the way there.
Literally everyone, including my mother. My mom goes, "Well, if you're in the neighborhood, stop by."
Like, how are you getting there?
I'm
Like,
like-
train, I'm assuming?
It depends. It depends on if my friend lives downstairs. If she's if I'm assuming she'll be home from work and I can just drive in with
Yeah.
her because we live together. But worst case, I'll take the train.
Okay.
And if I take the train, I'm not gonna make a stop.
I was about to say,
Like-
I live right by the Bayshore train station.
You live by the train.
And I
It
would
honestly
drive. It'd probably give me an excuse to get out of the house, to be honest with you.
No, that I'm going all the way out to Steamport. It's far.
Yeah, that's fine. I have a hybrid. I don't care. Like,
But,
I really don't.
Well, okay. If I take the train,
Just give
I'll
me a
let you know
ring. You
when-
can see my place finally.
yes,
We can have girl time and chit chat.
we do need to have girls having
Mhm.
chit chat. We're overdue. But
You can order pizza.
we're because we're crashing in Greenport at like my friend's house because she lives close to the
I
ferry.
was gonna say, like, so
So
that's
we're
a
taking the-
hell of a drive. You guys are gonna go to Greenport all the way over, but you're taking the ferry over, which makes sense.
So I'm coming from Queens, going all the way out to Greenport, and then we're taking
Go across the river
ferry.
to the ferry, yeah.
Yeah, we have to take the ferry to New London, and
Okay.
then so we're supposed to get up. So we'll probably be in Salem by like 11 a.m. on Saturday.
Okay.
And we're like, we realize we're probably not gonna get in the Witch Museum because we're going to Salem in October,
Yeah.
and we're going to Salem Columbus Day weekend.
You'll still get some remnants of those losers looking at the leaves, so you might be good.
Yeah. So like,
Just looking at the leaves.
I just want to get pictures like in front of the witch house, the Witch Museum, and in front of like the house from Hocus Pocus.
Mhm.
Like,
Hey Murphy, just
Going-
promise me you won't go to Plymouth Rock. It is the most.
why the fuck would I go to Plymouth Rock? I didn't
Dude,
know that was
because some people-
Plymouth Rock
some
is not
people-
on my radar.
Some people do. It's the most depressing thing. It's literally just
Okay.
a rock in a cave.
Okay.
I feel more sad for the rock than I do lions at the zoo.
Honestly, though, like I'm white, but I'm not that white where I would go visit Plymouth fucking Rock on my.
I don't
trip
think
to
I've
Salem.
ever heard any even like a hardcore page and be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to Plymouth, Massachusetts,
Rock.
go to Plymouth Rock. Yeah.
Dude,
No one says that.
I'm gonna put his picture in our Discord of Plymouth Rock and just look at this woman just looking at it like, really? I traveled 800 miles for this. It is one of the funniest things I think I've ever
Hold on,
seen.
let me see this.
Anyway, I gotta download it first. Hang on, let me steal from this website.
What, United's not doing quite the JFK anymore?
Download image. Got it. All right, let me go to our Discord. Join our Discord, by the way. It's fun. White Rabbit, you're welcome to our Discord. Taquan, are you in our Discord, you nerd?
Taquan is in our Discord. It doesn't do much. Taquan, just follow us on all of our socials. Like, it's at KOTR_podcast. And our personal socials as well.
Why are you?
We're pretty much
Why
friends,
are you look for
Taquan.
these Patriots?
Huh?
Can I tell y'all about the Lizzo concert?
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to stop until
I
you
put
tell
it
us
in
about the
the
Lizzo
chat.
concert. So might as well tell us about the. Wow, that is really just. That is
a
really.
rock in a pen, dude.
Literally, all right. This could be any rock known to man. Like, how do we know this is the Plymouth Rock?
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
Wow, it's the lady in the pink shorts or what?
The pink
Yeah.
short. She's just like, are you fucking kidding me?
She's disappointed.
She's not having it, dude.
She is disappointed.
It's so funny. That's it, dude. That's Plymouth Rock.
She is disappointed for real.
Okay, Murphy, don't go. You just
not-
saw it.
It's like going to the Liberty
I
Bell.
will
What did you
pass that along.
expect?
I went to the Liberty Bell when I was 11. I don't need to go again.
You can literally walk by it. It's in a glass building.
Yeah, Liberty Bell's pretty cool. I went to
It's
Liberty
alright.
Bell. Is this a bell with a crack
Yeah.
in it?
Yeah, we did a 6th grade trip to Philly, so like I did all the historical shit. Like, I did the Rocky.
I did one in
statue,
5th grade.
I did the Liberty Bell. I did the stairs. Like, I did all the things I needed to do in Philly. Now I can go as an adult and enjoy it. But Lizzo, so Lizzo sold out the Garden 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, Harry Styles sold out for 15 nights in a row, which is
That's
gross.
I've said this before. I'll say it again. I don't get the Harry Styles thing.
I don't either.
Here's the thing. He's the pop culture flavor of the month as of right now.
That month just hasn't ended.
Yeah, pretty much. He's
What? He's a guy from England who cross-dressed.
no, he was.
like
He
in a
didn't
boy
cross.
band?
He was part of One Direction.
He's
Oh, that's
part of
it.
One Direction,
Okay, that
but
explains
he, like,
everything.
I'm like 99% sure Harry Styles is like straight.
Yeah, he's
So, like,
dating.
like,
He's
weird
dating Olivia Wilde.
Oh yeah, there's like mad drama surrounding him in this movie. I don't know anything about
Well,
it.
no, because
Yeah.
it was weird because Olivia Wilde directed it and Harry Styles stars in it with Florence Pugh, and there's a sex scene between Florence and Harry Styles,
Yeah, there is.
Good for them.
which I was gonna go see it, but I was like, I didn't get that great a review, so might hold off on it. But I listened to Harry Styles. His music's good. It's okay.
It's fine.
It's nothing for me to rave over. Like, he's not the second coming of Michael Jackson. He's a very straight Elton John.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
No, but literally the vibe. If you go to an Elton John concert and you go to a Harry Styles,
Same vibe.
Fans look the same.
Yeah.
Vibe. Lizzo, however, I didn't know what the vibe was gonna be at Lizzo, and the thing is, there was no specific vibe. There was a lot of glitter and a lot of sequins. Like, I wore my sparkly shoes and I had my sparkliest purse, but like, I wore like a purple tank top, ripped jeans, and a leather jacket. Like, and a
Total
dad
K.
cap.
Total K.
I wanted to look cute, but like my hair, it was like torrential downpouring and raining, and my hair was just a mess that day. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm wearing a Jack Skellington hat to Lizzo concert. Like, I feel like Lizzo is the space where if you want to try something out,
You can.
or you want to wear something that, yeah. And so Lizzo leads you in affirmations during the concert,
Just like in the album.
just like in the album. I literally, like, it was a healing. Like, it was such a healing concert experience.
That's good.
So like, oh my god, I'm dying. I haven't smoked like flower in like a minute, so like.
Yo, I haven't either. Actually, that's what I tried to do like 2 weeks ago.
Dylan sent me home with a jar of weed this morning. It was. That's kiss.
Yo, I need to re-up.
Well, I'm like hella low on like, and like she's not smoking as much, so like.
Ricky, I made the rock my desktop background.
Did you really? Is it
of
Wednesday
course I
Rock?
did. Wednesday Rock?
Is it the Rock when he's in the fanny pack and the turtleneck?
No, it's Plymouth Rock.
Oh,
I made
the Rock, the Rock.
Yeah, the
I
Rock, as
also
in
thought you
that
meant
rock.
fanny pack rock.
Yeah.
But,
It's just so
okay.
fun. I'm gonna go back and forth between that and the Dom and Rhea picture. I added it to the rotation,
You should.
so I'll get in there eventually.
You should make like the Plymouth Rock thing like a canvas print or something like that, and just hang it on your wall somewhere.
It's just so funny, dude. Well, I have the desktop. It rotates every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, it's a different picture.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a lot of rotation.
So, let me tell you.
There's a lot of pictures.
So, Lizzo.
Okay, can you bring your mic a little bit
interacts-
closer?
I am closer.
There-
How much
that's
closer
fine,
can
that's
I
fine.
be? I'm thoroughly eating
That's
it.
fine.
But,
Eat the mic. Go right ahead.
so she interacts with her fans, but in like all levels. Like, she was interacting with people in the nosebleeds, and even said the words, "There are no nosebleeds at a Lizzo show."
Yeah, because you can see her very easily.
So no, but she was
Got
kind of,
him.
like,
Well, no, it's
she
because
literally,
it's a stage and it's the garden because she's the center of attention.
Yeah,
So
it's
she
it.
was, like,
Oh, it was in the
pointing-
garden.
Yeah.
She was pointing people out from like all sections of the crowd. She's like, "I see you with the striped shirt. I see you in the yitty. I see you." In
Oh,
this."
she either has somebody in her ear telling her what they look like, or she has great
Yeah,
eyesight.
just making it up.
Or sometimes you can actually, like, I've been on stages like that are like hella bright. Like, you can kind of see, but not really.
Yeah.
But she, the people that were in the pit that like she was like truly really able to interact with, Lizzo ends up giving this girl the microphone, and this girl was explaining that she wanted Lizzo to FaceTime her ex. She was in a situationship, and immediately the crowd starts going, "No!" And the whole
You got a group of 15,000 therapists and be like, girl, get out of there, get out, call them.
What is
Literally.
What is this situation?
It's not really a relationship, but it's
like
not
what
really.
me and AJ were doing.
It's yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah. Hope he still listens. You heard that right, AJ? What's going on?
I don't think he would. But
So I was going to say I want to ask about his tea, but I'll later.
You put your ear on Plymouth Rock, you can hear the cries of Native Americans. Wow.
No, but
Probably
Lizzo
can.
took this girl's phone. They FaceTimed the ex.
What?
Lizzo FaceTimed this random girl's ex, like, fuck.
What a way to improv! What a way to improv a break. To be honest with you.
And she literally was like, I forgot the girl's name, but she's like, so and so's my home girl. She goes, so what's good? And this guy looked pissed because this girl he used to have a thing with, aka used to casually bang, told Lizzo and a group full of girls, gays, and theys that she
Girls,
was in
gays,
love.
and
I love it.
That's what the crowd was. It was the girls, the gays, and the theys at the Lizzo concert.
Nice.
And literally, it's all of them being like, dump his ass, because he was like, he told me he loves me, but he works a lot of jobs. And I'm like, we're like, no.
Two things can be
No.
true.
They can be true, but he's using.
I
him
love
working
my girlfriend to
jobs,
work 2 jobs.
But he's using him working multiple jobs as a reason why he can't commit to her.
Oh, okay. There's a difference. Okay, I understand.
Yeah. I believe him.
And of course you believe him.
I don't know why that's so funny, but it is.
Hey man, the hustle's real, man. It's a hustle out there.
But like, so
Does he live in New York? Yeah, he probably works 3 jobs. In fact, he probably needs 3 jobs. Hell, girl, what makes you special? Fuck this chick.
As Lizzo once said, in case nobody told you today, you're special.
Oh wow.
man.
No, hey, spoiler alert. No, you're not. You're probably very average, just like everyone else.
Oh man, and that all of this reminds you of when Gaga brought that person on stage, that video that went viral.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an amazing clip. I saw that the other day. That's still an amazing clip to me.
You know who else is like super into like bringing fans up? Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Like-
he is.
Bad Bunny is also. We might get I really hope we do get that Bad Bunny Logan Paul.
Oh,
match.
Logan Paul
You
was
see
talking some
Bad Bunny-
shit.
No, Bad Bunny called him out on his music video. You see, like, Bad Bunny had that like fake music video and turned into a 20-minute documentary about the corruption of Puerto Rico.
For El Epagon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bad Bunny called out corruption of Puerto Rico with all these like famous people from the mainland U.S.
Okay.
moving to Puerto Rico for tax benefits.
Okay.
And in his video, he specifically cut Logan Paul. And Logan Paul is like, bro, what the fuck? Like, now everyone's going after Logan Paul for, like, being a pariah and a vulture against...
Well, I mean, he already
Puerto Rico.
Setting
was,
up a
but
WrestleMania match, it's genius.
I mean, but Logan Paul, also defend Logan Paul here. He does so much charity work and donations, like, after hurricanes for Puerto Rico. So, like, he does do his part in giving back to the community. But he gives back tax breaks. But he also alleged that Bad Bunny also goes for the same tax breaks. But
He's
that...
from Puerto Rico.
I mean, but Puerto Rico is also part of the U.S., so like I don't see any problem with mainland people moving to Puerto Rico for tax.
oh, because it's not a
illegal.
state, it's a territory.
But it's still American. Like I have no problem with rich people going to Puerto Rico for tax breaks. If you don't pay taxes, hey man, good on you.
Yeah.
As long as you don't break the law.
Not a rich person using Puerto Rico for tax breaks. Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico.
I mean, if I could use Puerto Rico for tax breaks, I fucking would.
Yeah, well, I see both sides of it. All I know is that before we went live, I know Issa, the Demon Diva, shout out to Issa, was going off on Logan Paul. She's like, I know Logan Paul's not going for our Lord and Savior, Bad Bunny.
Honestly, I genuinely love Bad Bunny.
I do too. Props to him for making that documentary too, and like fooling the internet into education.
It's
Because
gotta
the
work.
corruption-
It's gotta
the
work.
corruption of the corruption of the Puerto Rican government is fucking crazy, as well as the U.S. government and what's going on down there and how the people are being exploited. But like, your anger should be at the government, not fucking Logan Paul.
But I think he was just saying about how people are using. I get like the America thing, but also I feel, and I don't know for sure, but I'm from the.
Well, a lot of people are. A lot of people are. They're moving
yeah.
to Puerto Rico. They're buying a house for the tax breaks. They don't give a fuck about the
Yeah,
community.
I think the people of Puerto Rico do have a valid gripe in being upset about
course.
that.
1,000%.
You know, so Like, Logan Paul shouldn't have flipped out too much, and I feel like his argument's like, well, you use the tax rate too, but, like, he's from Puerto Rico. Like, what are
He
you
is from Puerto
talking
Rico,
about,
yeah.
like, Logan?
Yeah. I mean, but like we're all Americans, so
Yeah, it's true.
we're all Americans.
It's very true. I use that as a, what did I use? I used that in my Bad Bunny trivia. I was like, what nationality is Bad Bunny? People,
American.
people are like, what? I don't know. I was like, it's not.
Well, if they say Puerto Rican, though, they're still correct.
Well, no, I mean he's from Puerto Rico, but I like his nationality is American, and Puerto Rico's a American territory. It's just nationally he's American.
I have
All
never
right, so if
heard-
someone said Puerto
I
Rican, you would say
No,
they're
I'd be saying
wrong?
ethnically they're probably
Alright.
Puerto Rican.
I have never heard a Puerto Rican person describe themselves.
Technically, they wouldn't, but like in actuality, if someone asked you what your nationality was, you'd be like, I'm from America. I'm American. That is your nationality. Like a definition is nationality.
Well, it's, no, the nationality is the country you belong to. So technically,
Yeah.
yes, you are correct. Although, since it's a territory, is it?
Ooh,
it's not
that's
a country. Then it's
that
a
is
territory.
actually a good question. I still believe that counts. I don't know.
Because it's not a state, so they don't get all of the benefits of being a U.S. like part of the
It's
U.S.
still
But
part of the U.S.
are they also a country? It's a part of the U.S. And the same goes for Isle Samoa and like whatever other
Yeah.
islands we own as territories. But let me Google that. Is Puerto Rico a country? Like, is Puerto Rico also a country?
It's a territory. It's not a country.
Could it both be a territory and a country? I feel like the answer is yes. Before we go to the show, because we do have to go to the show, because we do need to talk about wrestling and Extreme Rules.
Yeah, so they can't vote in national elections. That's really the only difference. So it's not a state. It's neither a state nor an independent country. So it's just a territory.
Okay, so nationally it still would be American then probably.
It's officially the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico. It joins Virginia, Massachusetts, and like four of the
Kentucky
Commonwealths of the
is one of
U.S.
them as well.
Kentucky's
Yeah.
a Commonwealth.
It's a couple other ones.
Yeah, I want to get down to PR, dude. PR looks gorgeous. I love that whole culture, that part of the world.
Shut up, Taquan. You do want to hear about wrestling on a wrestling podcast. Anywho, are you ready to go, Will? Is everything queued up?
Yeah, it is. Fuck, it is.
Yeah,
you are
we got
correct.
into a whole Bad Bunny and Logan Paul and Harry Styles and Lizzo. Yeah,
Hey, that is technically a
touche. Until Lizzo makes her debut.
I mean, I am turning into a big fan of Logan Paul as well.
We're going to get started soon. Will is queuing up. But make sure to like, share, and subscribe wherever you're listening to us right now. It really helps us out with the algorithm at KOTR_podcast. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch.
All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Midnight music.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, we're still waiting on the right rabbit to show itself. So until then, we might as well get a little extreme. We preview what is arguably the most extreme Extreme Rules event of all time. And if you don't believe things are getting extreme, not only in the world of wrestling, but around the world in general, Tom Brady is about to leave his supermodel wife because he wants to play more football. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that extreme time of year where we go through Extreme Rules, and it's always extreme in Philadelphia, episode number 311 of Kings of the Rings podcast, exclusively on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now. I'm so glad Aaron just broke that fucking fake record, so now we can move on.
Oh yeah, we can finally. Did you see Portnoy kind of go off?
No,
on
I
it?
didn't. I'm not a Portnoy
It
person.
was
Really?
pretty funny. It was pretty funny. You know.
I mean, I am, but like I'm not a hardcore Barstool guy type thing. Like,
That's fair. It came across my feed, and he's like, "Yes, that's a
no,
Boston guy." He's the one
God,
being
shut
pulled
up.
out.
All right, whatever.
It's a
Shut up,
fake
Portnoy.
record.
Anyway, folks, what's going on, folks?
Yeah.
Welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast,
No.
episode number 311. It's always extreme in Philadelphia. Our Extreme Rules preview show. I'm your host, King Ricky Rose, along with Willie T and DK Murphy. We're going to get all extreme all the time this episode because this is probably the greatest Extreme Rules card we have ever had because there's actually Extreme Rules for an Extreme Rules event. But before we get into all of that, Willie T, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good, dude. It's been raining for like 4 days straight here in Jersey / New York, but that didn't stop us from going pumpkin picking.
I saw those pictures, you weirdo.
Yeah, it was so adorable, dude. I've never seen a white pumpkin before, so I immediately took one. Yeah, so Jazz and I have a contest. We've each got 2 pumpkins. Which pumpkin can last the longest? And I'm putting money on this white pumpkin because
it's not gonna last.
So that one's fucked. Let's just say that. But K Murphy, what is your favorite color pumpkin?
I'm classic. I like a good orange pumpkin.
Amazing.
After seeing Lizzo realizes that it is bad bitch o'clock 6:30. That is correct.
6:30.
6:30 is one of my favorite new terms, to be honest with you.
Do I like noon 30? I say noon 30, everyone goes, ooh, I've never heard that before. Sounds exotic.
I would like to point out that going to see Lizzo was a religious experience, and everyone should go because you will leave feeling better about yourself and your life. Yeah, I'm ready to talk about wrestling. I actually watched wrestling this week.
Wow.
And yeah. I didn't watch Dynamite because it wasn't working on my computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I went on the website and like it wasn't coming up. It was only showing me episodes from April, and I'm like, I don't have time to deal with this. So I watched Rampage and called.
Fair enough. I feel like there's a little bit of controversy between Sammy Guevara and Andrade lately.
What the fuck is going on there?
It's
like, dude.
Yeah, I heard they're like actually fighting.
Like, are they? I don't know if they're feuding on TV or if this is just like.
I thought it was a shoot.
It was a shoot, like, bro. You can't.
I think
be doing
apparently
that,
it was a shoot. They were supposed to have a match on Rampage, but now that got canceled.
Yeah, I wonder why. TK, control your locker room.
There is before we started, I saw a video of I don't know how it got out, but there's a video of Sammy Guevara trying out at the PC. And you know how they make him do, huh?
When? From when?
This is probably from years ago.
Like,
yeah, no, I know. It's probably. I think it's probably.
Yeah, years ago. It was when Lacey Evans was like a fresh recruit or something, or like just got into the PC herself, and so she's helping out with the tryouts and stuff. And so they're pretty militant on their tryouts, so they make you do rolls and everything. And before you do any move, you have to say your name and then like your number and then do whatever maneuver it is. So he starts to do a roll from the corner. He's just like, Sammy Guevara, number 35, and does his roll. It's a pretty shitty roll, to be honest with you. And Mace is like, I can't hear you. Just to kind of, up the enthusiasm. So he has to get back and do it again. And he goes, Sammy Guevara, number 35, baby. And does a roll again. And so the camera pans to Macy, and they're like, how do you feel? Like, he just called you baby. He's like, yeah, he just called me baby. Well, it's not going to fly because he can't do a roll worth a damn anyways. So Sammy's just getting hit from all the places. But maybe Sammy's just an asshole.
He plays a heel on TV.
Yeah,
Live the gimmick, baby.
It is what it is. Yeah, hi, Mr. Fretz. Welcome to joining us. Welcome to everybody else who is joining us live on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, wherever you are at in the world. Thank you for joining us. Horror Kings of Rings podcast. We're going to talk about Extreme Rules. And before we do that, make sure you're leaving a like or you're sharing this or you're subscribing to our channels at KOTR_podcast. It really helps us out with followers and algorithms and helps us to provide you with all of this awesome free content. The links to all of our stuff are in the description below, including links to some of our fantastic merchandise, which I so happen to be wearing right now. But before we get into all of the Extreme Rules stuff, we do have to talk about the life and times of one of the most influential people in the history of pro wrestling, and that is Antonio Inoki. If you don't know who Antonio Inoki is, I'm sorry, you're probably not a wrestling fan. But Antonio Inoki will go down in history, not only as being one of the biggest influences ever, but he is the founder of every Mark's favorite foreign wrestling organization, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Antonio Inoki is also known for having a legendary match with the late great Muhammad Ali, which kind of blurred the lines between boxing and wrestling, which ended up being one of the foundations and the sparks for what we now know as MMA style fighting and UFC. So Antonio Inoki is a big influence. He had got into the WWE Hall of Fame, I believe, before he passed, which is a big deal. He was one of the most respected people in all of wrestling history, to be honest with you. And it was unfortunate that he passed. I know SmackDown did air the news, but he had passed away, I think, that Friday morning. So it was a little bit of a sad day in the wrestling world. Will Tarashuk?
Yeah, I don't really know much about the guy. So, T's and
Yeah.
P's, baby.
Kay Murphy, I
don't have that map.
Yeah, anyway, Kay Murphy, as as a person who used to watch NJPW pretty regularly, what did you know about Antonio Inoki during his lifetime?
I respectfully did not know a lot about him either, but I do remember watching the Muhammad Ali match when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, internet.
No, you had something, Kay. What'd you get?
But rest in peace. Yeah, I thought I had more, but I genuinely do not. Rest in peace. It sucks. Sad day for wrestling. Marks are sad.
Yeah. All right. So do you guys know that video that's out there? That one guy standing in ring, and all these people are always I want to say, I guess people from Asia are lining up to get smacked by this guy in the wrestling ring. The guy doing the smacking is Antonio Inoki.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun to take one.
Daquan says Inoki's an unofficial WWE champion. He beat Backlund in Japan, but the reign.
Bob Backlund had the reign for almost 5 years as champ. But Antonio Inoki, we watched the second season of Dark Side of the Ring. They do talk about Antonio Inoki bringing a bunch of wrestlers into North Korea because I believe he is part Korean.
Oh, Collision in Korea?
He did the Collision in Korea, which allegedly is the largest pro wrestling event ever put on, bigger than the famed WrestleMania 32 in terms of people in attendance. Forced attendance, nonetheless, but still attendance. He was able to kind of bridge that gap because I believe he is part Korean, or he was trained by somebody who was from North Korea. So he was big in politics on that side of the world, as well as wrestling as his background. Like I said, he had a friendship with Muhammad Ali, which is pretty crazy. It's a pretty crazy thing. It is pretty nuts. And like Daquan also mentioned for the first time ever on TV during SmackDown by Corey Graves, Antonio Inoki, shown here in this photo, he is the first ever Japanese-born WWE World Heavyweight Champion, although the reign has never officially been recognized by WWE. But I have no clue, but it did happen.
I mean, they do I think back in the day, they would do these things on the house shows. Just to just to pop the crowd.
Good faith stuff, things like that.
Yeah, and then but it didn't actually count because it was never televised. The only people who knew were in that room, and then he would drop it the next day. Or
it was what was it? Was it the Rockers that won the tag team titles on a house show, but something screwed up and so they never aired it, so it didn't happen? Some shit like that.
Probably. Sounds like something the Rockers would do.
But it is kind of a big deal, because Antonio Inoki had such a good rapport with a lot of the American wrestlers. He was able, when he started New Japan, to bring over a bunch of foreign wrestlers. Hulk Hogan has been in New Japan. Brock Lesnar has been in New Japan. MVP. AJ Styles got to start in New Japan. The entire Bullet Club thing Finn
Balor.
Finn Balor got big in New Japan. Shinsuke Nakamura, obviously. And so...
No, not
yeah, he's from Germany.
He's from Germany.
Yeah, but but if you think about it, without Antonio Inoki, you don't have any of these things happen. So he is a major player in the history of pro wrestling from a global perspective, and it's a sad loss for the wrestling world. But hopefully his inventions like New Japan will continue on, and they'll continue to produce a lot of legendary and great talent like it already has. So, once again, RIP to Antonio Nuka. But let's move on to Extreme Rules. The most extreme of the Extreme Rules that I think we've ever had, where literally every single match on this card is some sort of wild or extreme gimmick, and I'm really happy to get to talk about it. So let's start talking about it with the first match, which I believe will probably be the main event on the card. We have the only Extreme Rules match on the card in and of itself. It is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan, defending her title in an Extreme Rules match against Ronda Rousey, a.k.a. the baddest bitch on the planet. Honestly, this is a toss-up. Liv has kind of gotten better. I think the Extreme Rules gimmick kind of fits her. I think it brings out a little bit more of her natural personality, but then again, Ronda Rousey is an absolute fucking killer, and now you're going to give her weapons so she can kill somebody with, and so I don't know who's going to take this, so we're going to defer to Will. Who do you got?
Dude, you see Liv tweet about not being on the poster?
Did she really?
It was really funny. She's like, you can keep your shitty poster. I don't want to be on it anyway. Because Ronda's on the post. She's like, I'm the champion,
Yeah,
right?
Ronda's the face of the Extreme Rules banner. That's correct.
Yeah. So I do agree they're probably main eventing. Liv, I think, definitely is more believable. That being said, it's hard to not put money on Ronda Rousey. You know, she is a heel now, and she's the bigger star. I have a feeling Charlotte's going to come back relatively soon. And again, Charlotte's a good heel. So, I don't know. It's a toss-up for me, but I'm going to put my money on Ronda.
K. Murphy.
I also kind of think it's going to be Ronda Rousey, but I want Liv Morgan to win because I think the internet might melt if Liv Morgan wins again.
When you mean internet, do you mean Slack?
No, I mean like...
All of the internet is Slack.
No, not the internet that wants to fuck Liv Morgan. The internet that hates Liv Morgan.
I feel like most of the internet wants to fuck Liv Morgan, though.
I would have to agree with that.
I mean, I agree.
I have not seen this internet that's not like Liv Morgan. The only people I really see is Ricky and I.
I've seen a lot of like tweets that like are just like disparaging against Liv about how she's probably a transitional champion and that like she kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, that was us.
But, like,
that was us.
That was us. That's very much us.
I agree with that, but like not you guys. Other people say these things. It's not just us.
Yeah, I mean, I do continue to doubt Liv Morgan, and she does continue to prove me wrong, and I'm glad to be proved wrong. But this time, I'm sticking to my guns. It's like last time. I think I'm right. Give it a Ronnie.
I wouldn't be surprised if Liv Morgan won, but like, I don't know. I don't like either of them, so I don't give a shit about this match.
Well, you're gonna have to. So here's the breakdown here.
Like Liv Morgan, I like Liv Morgan as like a person, but like I am not invested in her as a wrestler at all. And
you know what it was? It was her documentary. I was just like, wow, you were just
you are aware that was like several years ago at this point now, right?
I know, but still, that's what made me not like her. It's like you just have the personality of a tissue, a used tissue.
That's mean.
Yeah, what did the tissue ever do to you?
Nothing. I just don't think she's a great personality. Her in-ring work is definitely better. I think this is a good match for her to kind of show her mean side and be aggressive and use a kendo stick. That's gonna be fun. The match is probably gonna be very entertaining. Ronda's gonna carry her, Liv will hold her own, but I just don't get Liv Morgan. She's very attractive. She's very pretty.
She's very pretty.
And her hard work has definitely paid off. She works hard. She puts a lot of effort in. She's a B+ player. She's everything people said. She's everything the authorities said about Daniel Bryan, except they're right. Sorry.
Yeah. So
if you love Liv Morgan, hey man, I hope she wins.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah.
I'm gonna give Liv the benefit of the doubt here. I was shocked when she beat Ronda the first time. It could be just one of those things where Ronda's going to do her best to get Liv over. This might be what Ronda has been assigned to do, just like Seth was assigned to get Cody over when he came back in to the fold in WWE. This might be Ronda's assignment. If Ronda is assigned to do this and it's successful, then props to her. She did her fucking job. There's something about after I saw Liv kind of start using weapons on Lacey Evans and doing the flying senton from the top rope through the table on Lacey that she looks so natural and so comfortable in that type of gimmicky match. Because there are some wrestlers out there who can excel in a natural one-on-one match, and they have to excel by using some sort of gimmicks or some sort of wacky rules, and Liv might be that type of wrestler. In addition, I think this might be one of the only matches that gets blood. If so, Bloody Liv beating Ronda works perfectly for her.
Yeah, we
I
mentioned
think
that
Bloody
last
Liv
week.
beating Bloody Liv beating Ronda is a great look to end Extreme Rules. And I think Liv steals this one. That's what I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan.
Okay. I mean, if she does win, I want a clean, no shenanigans, not a roll up, a definitive bitch. I just made you my bitch.
Like if it,
But it's like, okay, say Liv wins, right? Who's she face
it's got to be
next?
Charlotte. It's got to be returning Charlotte.
In that case, yeah. And if Ronda wins, who can she face next?
Yeah.
Pretty much anybody.
She'll have a load of people to go up with.
Saudi Arabia is next.
So you're going to want a big name.
Well, that's what I wonder. Has Ronda fought in Saudi Arabia?
I want to. Yes, she did. Yes, because all right, she came out with her Olympic attire. Remember, she had to be fully like clothed, so she came in her Olympic judo gear.
That's right.
I think it's not the match she did with like a hand behind her back.
When the fuck?
Her last year maybe.
Who did she wrestle with the hand?
Yeah, she wrestled with somebody. While you're googling that, let's move on to the next match in our order right now. The Fight Pit match, the match that they have hyped up perfectly. For this, we have Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle for the umpteenth time, but the rivalry just keeps on getting better. And as first reported, late, I think, Friday night, like they reported this at midnight, was the fact that UFC legend, the first ever double champ, correct me if I'm wrong, Will, on that, Daniel Cormier, DC, will be the special referee, special enforcer for this Fight Pit match. Another working of UFC and WWE kind of crossing paths. As anybody who knows who's a UFC fan, Daniel Cormier has been trying his damnedest to stop announcing matches and somehow get into the WWE, and he's finally found his gateway. I'm interested to see how that goes out. Daniel Cormier is still a name in UFC, still a legendary name in UFC. He still kind of can bring people over. He still has that attraction. I'm honestly very excited for this match. I don't know where the hell you place this on this card. This card is ridiculous with gimmick matches, and they all could be really good.
You are correct.
So.
DC was a double champ. He was light heavyweight and heavyweight champion, which is crazy because he's a little.
Was he the first double champ ever, or?
I don't think so. McGregor was a double champ before him, I believe. I'm not a UFC historian, so I'm not 100% sure. I could give that a goog too. By the way, Ronda was in a tag match with Naomi to take out Charlotte and Sonya at Elimination Chamber last year. Yeah, DC also still a huge name in UFC. He's a legend, one of the greatest to ever do it. Couldn't beat John Jones, which is great. He's currently a commentator. An excellent
has been a commentator for a while. He does make the events a lot easier to understand for somebody who doesn't know UFC.
Him and Rogan do a great job at explaining what's going on, and John Anik is the great play-by-play guy. And the three of them together, the three bald dudes are excellent. The three of them are really good at commentary together. I think DC would be an excellent commentator for WWE.
I think so too.
I think him and Corey Graves would go at it. I would love to see him wrestle. I think he did he get physical?
Well, we have some predictions here down here in our comments section. Fred says Riddle wins, Seth blames Cormier, and there's your Saudi match, or Brock versus Cormier at Saudi.
Brock versus Cormier could happen eventually because when DC won the belt, Brock came into the UFC octagon with a big piece of paper and said he's a paper champ, and that actual fight never happens. So I could see that match happening. You know, Brock needs someone to go up against, and I think DC would be interesting, even though the
How quickly
size
would that turn
difference.
into a shoot?
I don't think so. I think both of them are professional enough, and I don't think there's any bad blood there. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see DC just like give Seth a suplex, and that's the match. I'd love to see it.
I mean, all right. So if Riddle per se is going to finally get his comeuppance on Seth Rollins, and I think Cormier versus Seth in Saudi sounds beautiful, absolutely beautiful to do. Although I can't root for Riddle on this, it's because Seth has owned him on the mic every time they face off. It's gross.
Oh yeah, like on Raw, Seth was just like, "Your kids, Riddle. You can't hit me." The breath out, like his face. Like Riddle's comeback is like, "So bro, like, I know you just dunked on my kids, my family, but like, when's the last time you had a belt?" Right, bro? Like, I got him, right, guys? It's just like, oh my god.
Literally Seth going on being like, "Oh wait, you're not allowed to see your kids," was the highlight of Raw for me.
I mean,
Pretty fucking nuts.
So is he not allowed to see his kids? Like,
I heard he wasn't allowed to.
damn, that's good enough for me. That's rough.
Didn't he like cheat on his wife?
What's up?
Yeah, he cheated
with
on
Candy
his wife.
Cartwright and a
I
bunch
mean,
of other women, I think.
I think a court order would need to keep it from his kids, though. Unless he's just agreeing to it.
Well, it would still have to be in court.
Right, unless they're still going through litigation for like custody or whatever.
There could be temporary custody given to the mom until litigation, because you know how long litigation happens and goes on in this country.
And he's constantly on the road.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
So,
it would go to,
and his kids are probably
it
in
would
school.
go to the mom.
So I know nothing about Matt Riddle's personal life with his kids, but I'm assuming he doesn't have joint custody.
Yeah,
right now.
I would assume so as well. But back to the match, I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins.
As I think Seth Rollins 1,000% deserves this W, but I'm gonna go with Matt Riddle.
I'm going with Stephanie.
Seth, is because of what he dressed like this Monday on Raw. Did you love the outfit?
I liked the outfit; it was cute. But I don't know. I just feel like he's like so hot right now, and like.
Dude, he's been going on some shoot interviews too, which have been really good.
Has he?
Yeah, Seth Rollins is just like, yeah, I kind of feel like I'm number 2 fit of the Roman Reigns. And it's just like, I kind of think it's unfair. And like, I really didn't like putting Cody Rhodes over. He's like, they used me to boost up Cody. And I'm like, yeah, duh.
Hold on. I read that comment, but from what I read, it seemed more positive. That he was okay with boosting up Cody because Cody needed to rub and not him.
I think like, I didn't see the interview. I'm just going off what I read as well. But I took it as he's like, they used me to bump him as kind of just like, well, I've been here forever.
Yeah.
You know, like. But I don't think it. I also don't think it's a knock on Cody. It's kind of like a frustration that he wants to be the top guy.
I understand that. Yeah.
Like he doesn't like being number 2, and now that he had to bump up Cody, he feels like number 3. Which I get, the competitive nature, and then you see a wife being number 1. Like there's the competitive nature in him as a natural competitor. It's like I understand it. I understand his frustration, but there's nothing you can really do.
Yeah,
about
listen,
that
to me, he's like 1 and 1A at this point because I mean Roman's the definitive number 1, but Roman's not there all the time. So Seth becomes one of the more entertaining characters week in and week out.
Yeah, dude, you're Rock to the Austin.
Yeah,
like
it's a good place to be.
You are. He is fucking amazing. And when Roman's not there, he is like right now. Seth's number 1 in WWE.
So Roman comes back.
Because Roman's not there all the time, and Seth is. Yeah, until Roman comes back.
When Roman comes back, he goes back into his right place. But and
Seth needs that belt again for sure.
To solidify this run of his character, absolutely, yes. And that's why, which I should have thought this better, because my smart mind would have booked this. Seth takes the loss to Riddle because he's facing Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship Monday on Raw on the season premiere. And what better way to do a season premiere than have a title change? Seth beats Bobby.
Dude, these season premieres are such bullshit. I hate them. I hate that they do these. Sorry, Chris. It's a season premiere. Randy Orton kicking Chris Jericho out of WWE for no reason.
Yeah, all TV mumbo jumbo to get you to watch. But I mean,
wasn't the last season premiere like last January? Like when?
Well, because there's like 3 seasons. Like there's like summer, winter, and fall for TV.
Well, like TV goes into sweeps in May and September.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like prime time, like regular, like 24 as an example, had a fall and a spring season, and they take a few week break in the winter. Like it would start in September, go to like January or February, then come back in April, and finish up.
Normal.
So it's.
Well, I guess that way you're looking at it that way.
And especially because they're on Fox now, like Fox does operate on a fall and spring kind of.
I mean, but USA is doing the same thing,
especially with the changes with sports.
Yeah.
Continuity.
Well, what else does USA Network have? Reruns of Burn Notice? Like,
no, they also have SVU reruns all the time.
And Monk, they still show.
That might be strictly the Peacock. Yeah. So season premiere is good. I hope for the season premiere, as we kind of tangent a little bit, we sidebar real quick. I hope for the season premiere, because I saw this and I kind of agree with the statement from, I think, one of the people I follow on wrestling Twitter. I hope now that H is in charge that we get different, like the shows begin to start looking different, not just in roster, but aesthetically as well. I don't need my Raw, my SmackDown looking exactly fucking the same, just with a different color.
That, right?
It's a money saver.
It's money. Yeah, the LEDs save them so much money.
Yeah.
I think Zarian reported that they are tweaking it a little bit.
But I just want a little bit of a tweak in either one of the show's looks.
Yeah.
That's
we
all
might
I
be getting
want.
new belts too.
I heard the belt rumor, but I'll believe it when I see it.
I agree. I think it's still gonna the big WWE is still gonna be a focal point, but it's gonna be just tweaked a little bit.
Yeah, like I said,
it's branding. At this point, it's branding.
I mean, when they debuted that new, like, more straight line W belt, it's perfect branding. They use it for fucking everything.
And it's genius. Like, you see it everywhere.
You see it they actually will. I have to send you a link. I've been holding back but sending you this link. But they made a custom special edition New York Yankees themed championship belt.
I saw it.
I think I might have seen it.
It's fucking beautiful, but I am not buying it.
You see Rikishi made one for the Bloodline?
Did he?
Really?
It's just We the Ones. It's on a giant title belt. It looks gorgeous. Rikishi had it made. I saw it on Twitter the other day.
Nice. That's fucking amazing. Does it include Sami Zayn's face as like one of the side plates?
I don't think so. It should though.
Oh my god. Honestly, Sammy might be number one in wrestling right now because Sammy's so fucking entertaining right now.
Sammy is just capitalizing on an opportunity.
As well he should, damn it.
And good for him.
As well he should. Let's move on to the other singles championship match. That's the other championship match going on this week because it's the
ladder match, baby.
We have a ladder match, folks. Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE, the Raw Women's Champion, defending her title against a returning Bayley, the leader of Damage Control, who already have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Now, this match really jumped up for me after watching the contract signing on Raw, which Bayley did a fantastic promo about her character change, and Bianca's rebuttal was the best I have ever heard her. And it did wonders for building this story about why they are fighting, and I thought it was fucking brilliant. Also, Bayley's heel work is unbelievable. She's essentially cursed out Izzy on Twitter, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see that tiny ass sign.
Well, that wasn't Izzy, but
that was another kid.
Yeah, that was another kid. But be it as it may, I could easily see Bayley leaving Philly with that belt and having damage control literally run the entire division with having those 3 belts. However, just based on rule of opposite momentum and Ricky's rules of wrestling, Bayley and damage control looked strong at the end of Raw. Bianca is winning on Saturday. Will?
I agree. I think Bianca is still at the top of her game. There's no reason to take it off of her, because what else would she do without this belt? Where does she go? Bayley,
Fair.
this feud can still continue, and Bayley still has shenanigans with the rest of damage control, so Bayley doesn't necessarily need the belt, in my opinion. Although I do love her tummy. I love how Bayley's tummy kind of sticks out all over her pants. It's just, I can't keep my eyes off her tummy.
Of all the places to admire Bayley, you admire the tummy.
Bayley, oh my gosh, she also got that cake. Don't get me wrong. And she hides them titties really well. She actually has knockers, but she hides them really well. Bayley is Bayley. Yeah,
Oh
Bayley
yeah.
has cannons.
Oh yeah. And really tiny feet.
I have a huge crush. I've always had a huge crush on Bayley. Bayley has always been one of my boos.
I feel you on that. So you think Bianca?
Yeah, I think Bianca.
Yeah,
I do.
Mix Murphy, what do you got here?
I also think Bianca because
I just hate her hair.
wrestling.
What'd you say? Sorry,
I
Kay.
said I also think it's Bianca because of Ricky's rules of wrestling.
Yeah.
Literally the shot of them on the ladder on Raw. I'm like, okay, you're not winning.
Which is a great shot, by the way. Like, that's a great shot.
Oh, beautiful shot.
Should have done on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I think that this feud's gonna go on for a little while longer because Bianca's had the title for how long now? A couple months?
No, she's had it since she beat Becky at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, she's had it for a while.
It's been that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she won it again. She just ran it back and did it again.
Yeah, because she what did she say? She said in her rebuttal to Bayley's like, you think you're the first one to run up on me at SummerSlam? Come on. I was like, good one, Bianca. Listen, women love. It's never gonna happen. Women love Bianca Belair. Like, they love.
Jazz fucking loves Bianca. Like, she gets so into wrestling. I'm like, Jazz, it's fake. She's like, shut up, it's Bianca.
Listen, Kavita, one of our Patreons and one of our fans of the show also loves. Shout out to Kavita. She also loves Bianca Belair. Only time I've seen her clap during a wrestling match. Like, oh my god, Bianca won. I was like, all right.
I mean, she's so likable. Bianca is incredibly likable to the point where, like, I think she'd be a phenomenal heel, but they probably shouldn't ever do it.
Yeah, no.
I want her and Montez to go heel so bad.
Oh my god.
That sex tape so bad.
Wait, what?
2 super athletes.
Yeah, I want that sex tape.
Oh my god! Here's the shame with the potential of this match. They have lauded this as the first ever. She wasn't really a heel in NXT, but kind of was.
What? Yeah, I was gonna say, Fretz. I don't remember that. She might have been heelish,
but she wasn't a natural
she didn't have, like,
heel.
A run
yeah,
as a heel.
She didn't have a heel run.
She was heelish in NXT, but like she wasn't like main female heel in NXT.
Yeah, she wasn't pushed as a heel.
Yeah. But here's the thing. They have lauded this, and rightfully so, as another step in the women's evolution, where it's the first ever singles ladder match for title for women. Yes, because the only time they've had women in a ladder match was during the Money in the Bank matches.
Multi-woman. Yeah, I like my voice is cracked there too.
Really?
That's how shocked I was.
Yeah.
I went back to 13 years old.
Yeah, and so
that's surprising.
They have done ladder match, like Beth Phoenix did a ladder match, but that was in like OVW. I've seen that match. Mm-hmm. It's actually really good because it's Beth fucking Phoenix. It's the first time ever on WWE, on live WWE programming, that they're going to do this. And what's a shame about this is that I know that Damage Control and potentially Asuka and Bliss are going to get involved and create shenanigans. What I would love to see, even though it's not going to happen, I would love to see just Bayley and Bianca create a piece of art without any distractions.
I agree. I 1,000% agree. Keep the ladders to a minimum. No more than 3 ladders. Because I hate it when there's just too many. I hate when the ring's surrounded by ladders and they use all of them. It just, I just do like the minimalistic part.
It forces you to be creative.
Tells a better story. Exactly. And remember, Ricky, this is leading to a War Games. It's gonna be Team Bianca versus Team Bayley. So who's so you got Asuka, Bliss, Bianca. Who are the other 2? You got Damage Control. Who are the other 2?
Oof.
That's a great.
I don't know. So here's my fanboy coming out.
I feel like
Go ahead.
Rhea would be on. I think Rhea would be on Team Bayley.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea, and if Charlotte came back, maybe Charlotte.
Charlotte's going nowhere near that. I think you.
Yeah, I think Charlotte's on SmackDown too. I believe.
I think Charlotte. Okay, I think Charlotte goes. Not Charlotte, but I think Candice gets put on Team Bianca.
I would agree with that.
Are War Games typically 4v4? No,
it's 4v4.
Right, 4v4.
It's 4v4.
So I thought it's 5v5. My bad.
No,
yeah,
5v5 would take forever.
I think Rhea and then Candice would be excellent additions to both of those teams.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like
a hell of a match.
I feel like they've been teasing it because they kind of been dancers have been making fun of Candice like the new girl on the block type thing. Every time they have a backstage,
if she turns heel and gets the
Poison Pixie Candice again.
I cracked again. What's wrong with me tonight?
But yeah, here's the fanboy in me because for a second I had this idea, and Kay, you might have had the same idea as me, is that I watched Damage Control literally put damage to Asuka and Bliss to the point where I was like, oh, they may not show up on Philly, and Bianca's gonna need backup. And I was like, who the fuck would be available to surprise the crowd?
Oh, gee, I wonder who you were picking.
I have no clue who I would pick, except for a Boss and a Glow. But but I doubt.
Nah, dude, she changed the Twitter handle.
So did Big E, but he's still part of it.
Nah, dude, he's fired.
Yeah, stop.
Dude, he comes back, hits the big hitting on Bayley.
Like unscripted out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like, bro, what are you doing here?
He's making more public appearances, and he just started his own TikTok, which I'm very excited for a Big E TikTok.
Good. I'm glad Big E's able to do things
I am.
Again.
He did a college sports thing on Fox last week, so he's still got
it. Dude, him and McAfee doing College Game Day.
No, McAfee is on ESPN. Big E did it for Fox. Yeah, Fox has big at noon. McAfee's doing Game Day on his own. McAfee's amazing on Game Day, by the way.
Dude, McAfee's just the best, dude.
Yeah.
Like he's excellent. Everything about him is just excellent. Yeah. Who would have thought a punter?
a fucking punter amazing. Of all people. But let's move on to a match that could also steal the show here. We have Edge versus Finn Balor in what is essentially a dream match of dream matches.
Bro.
It's an I Quit match. So let's go through what we have right now. We already talked about an Extreme Rules match. That Extreme Rules makes sense. We have a ladder match that's kind of wild. And now we have an I Quit match all in the same night. And it feats...
And a fight pit. Not even
a fight pit. Sorry, yeah, we had a fight pit as well. All in the same night, and now we're up to the I Quit match. Like, the I Quit match is the 4th match we've talked about tonight. Okay? And it feats...
Yeah, dude, how do you book this card?
I don't know.
Start with the women, end with the women, and the rest is kind of who gives a fuck. Ladder match is a great way to kick off the show, man. Always.
Yeah. All right. So here's what I think you do. I think you're gonna have to bookend the championship matches, which is fine. And I think square in the middle is either this fight pit or this I Quit match. Like somewhere, because so you do ladder match, strap match, Donnybrook. No.
What?
That's a 6-man tag between Imperium and Brawl and Brutes, which we'll get to at the end.
Donnybrook?
It's just an anything goes
Donnybrook,
match.
Ireland.
Yeah, Donnybrook just means a giant fight.
Interesting.
I think you do ladder, you need to cool down with a strap, and then you got to either do fight pit or I Quit. Oh my god, and that's the hard one, because two of these are either gonna go back to back, or they're going to go like one's going to be a toilet break match. There's only 6 matches that we know of so far.
I would probably do the I Quit match.
I Quit and then fight pit.
I would do the I Quit, then the 6-man tag, then the fight pit, then the Extreme Rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So if we're looking let me look at this again correctly. We do ladder match, strap match, I Quit, Donnybrook, fight pit, Extreme Rules.
Yes. And then like you can have like some kind of talking segment afterwards if you really want. Just put
Sure,
Sami Zayn out there.
I can see why the fight pit might be second.
You need something to cool it down.
I think the fight pit shenanigans at the end will be the cool down. Like Cormier's getting physical. I think that's a guarantee. I think Cormier is going to get physical. But anyway, let's move on to this match here, the I Quit match. I don't know how much time you give these guys. Like, Edge is a master in creating a match and making it really, really fucking good for no reason. Like, remember the quote-unquote greatest match of all time between him and Randy had no reason being that fucking good?
I do. It was like an hour.
Yeah. And you have Finn, who is on a pretty unreal run right now. He's finally getting comfortable being the leader of Damage Control. And I don't know what you do in this match. Like, anything goes in this match. Like, this can be fucking nuts. So, Kay Murphy, who wins this?
Honestly, I've been like trying to figure it out, and this is the one I've been like really flip-flopping with. I can see them having Edge quit and then having his 20th. Because, like, I realistically, like, but if Finn quits, they could use this. Wait a minute. If Finn quits, Finn can come back as the.
Okay. It's not a loser leaves match, it's an I Quit match.
Yeah, they don't quit the company.
It's just they just have to say I quit. They don't leave the company. Kay.
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. You've never known the difference between I quit and loser leaves?
Not always, no.
Oh, Mix Murphy.
Boy. Oh,
Rookie move over here.
Well, everyone knows I'm the worst wrestling.
You're not.
But,
you're really.
That's actually it's actually true. I feel like Edge is not winning.
I agree.
You think? Well, it's hard. I mean, do you really have Edge come back before this essentially
I quit
1-0?
matches are made for heels to lose, though. Like, name me a heel who's ever won, other than Roman, has ever won an I Quit match.
The Rock.
Yeah, Mick Foley died, though.
Yeah.
Mick Foley had his brain coming out of his ears.
And The Rock won by very nefarious means.
Yeah, it won by recording.
By recording.
So it was like a dusty finish.
Yes. So yeah, I think it's hard for me because you have Damage Control, who seems to be on an upswing now. Because they were treading water for a very, very long time. And they seem to finally be on an upswing. And do you kill that momentum just for the sake of Edge winning?
Finn needs to win.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
I agree. Well, let's put it this way: if Vince was booking, it would be Edge, but Triple H is booking, so it's probably going to be Finn.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my guns. I'm gonna go Edge for sure. Will's got Finn. Cameron, who do you have?
I'll go with Finn.
Finn. All right, let's move on to the other Extreme Rules matches going on. We have a strap match here. We have one of Kay's former daddies in Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross and everybody who wants her to be their daddy in Scarlet in the background. In a strap match, and hopefully, even though we talked about this, I think, a couple weeks ago, hopefully this is traditional strap match, not four corners bullshit that they have done before. And all things I see from SmackDown in the past weeks leads this to be a strap match where they just have a strap that connects each other, and they still have to win by pinfall or submission. So, Will, what are your thoughts on this match?
I fucking hope so. And yeah, Drew McIntyre wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind, Drew McIntyre wins.
Murphy?
True.
True. Here's the thing. We have been hinting at Kross for a very, very long time, and Kross has come back, and he's looked strong. This is Kross's biggest match. Like, he's had matches, he's had kind of these warm-up matches, and since if Kross was like the University of Alabama, he's having a lot of warm-up matches, but now you get your big test. This is your big test now. At a premium live event, they put you in a match, not a highlighted match, but a match nonetheless, at Extreme Rules, and I see nothing but the finish being Kross putting the cross jacket with a little bit of emphasis by using the strap around Drew's neck, and that's how Kross gets his big win and legitimizes himself as a major player on the SmackDown roster for the most part. I think Kross takes this.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Karrion Kross.
It's okay. I am a Scarlet fan through and through, and I get it.
Fair enough.
And I think.
And as K Murphy puts on their invisibility.
Seriously, it's K Murphy hanging out with John Cena right now. K Murphy. All right.
Why'd you cut to that? What are you doing? Stop the shenanigans. Hello, K.
Oh my god, I can't wait to make that a TikTok clip later. Anyway, we'll move on to the final match that we have. It's a six match card so far. Nothing on the pre-shows. I think they're really, really cutting down the pre-show. It's a 6-match card, which means all of these matches are going to be really fucking long, which is good. Because you got to tell a story. Also, setup's going to take forever, too, for all of these matches as well. You have a good old-fashioned Dynamite, which was just added. 6-man tag. Imperium featuring the Intercontinental Champion, Gunther, with Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser versus the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, the guy formerly known as Pete Dunne, and the fucking guy, I totally forgot his name, I'm totally drawing a blank on his name, the guy who injured Biggie, also in there as well.
Fuck.
They were just on NXT last night, too, and I totally blanked on their name.
The Brawling Brutes,
Rich Holland. There we go. Rich Holland. Rich Holland, the Biggie murderer. I got you. Rich Holland, the Biggie murderer, was going up. I mean, they're really playing off the fact that but Gunther and Sheamus put on a hell of a match at Clash at the Castle, and I love that they did. I love how they both have their little cronies with them, and I mean, this has all the makings of something that could be absolutely apeshit insane.
Yeah, this could have been a bar fight.
This essentially is a bar fight. That's what a Dynamite is, essentially, a bar fight. And I think the Imperium's been getting their number a lot lately, and Imperium got their number last night on NXT when they kind of made a one-off appearance, but I think the Brawling Brutes take this. I don't care who wins this one because I like both groups, ironically enough. The Brawling Brutes grew on me. I just need Pete Dunne to get his name back, to be honest with you, but I do think that the Brawling Brutes take this just as it's a fun, gimmicky, ridiculous match. This will pop the crowd for no fucking reason because it's in Philly.
Yeah, I don't really care for the teams individually, both teams that is, but them together, it
All of
works.
it.
I'm about it. I'm about it.
Like, this would have been a fantastic pre-show match.
Agreed.
But I don't think they're going to do it. I think they deserve a little main card action.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, to be completely honest.
Especially because of the IC titles floating around
Yeah,
there.
keep the IC title relevant. Bobby doesn't have a match. Well, Bobby's getting his match on Monday, which also leads me to believe that he's losing. He's not on this card. I think Bobby drops on Monday. But I think the Brawling Brutes take this to get a little bit of one about Imperium. This is continuing. And honestly, I would love if the Upper War Games match was Imperium versus the Brawling Brutes, and they just have to add one more person on each side.
God, Jesus Christ! I think you're right. That'd be incredible.
That would be.
I mean, they could.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't see why. I mean, they won't, but they could.
I'm all for, if we're gonna do story based War Games matches, what better story than Imperium versus the Brawling Brutes?
You know what you could do?
Oh my God, Kay Murphy, you're
could
back from
bring
hanging
back-
out with John Cena.
John Cena and I went to go get some macaroni and cheese.
Hold on. You literally left the show to make Easy Mac.
No, I had leftovers from last night's dinner.
Continue, Kay.
Which was awesome.
Mac and cheese and broccoli. But
Wow.
for story-based purposes, you could bring back Alexander Wolf.
So who do you add to the Brawling Brutes?
Biggie.
I wasn't gonna say it.
We got a fella.
What would be interesting, and they won't do it, call up Tyler Bate from NXT, depending on what happens, and on NXT, but bring up Tyler Bate. That way you have Tyler Bate, you have Pete Dunne, and you have Walter in one match. They were all UK champions at one point.
I see your Tyler Bate.
Moment.
I see your Tyler Bate. I raise you Ilya Dragunov.
I would also be happy with Ilya
I think-
Dragunov.
Timothy Thatcher's a good one too.
Thatcher-
Mr. Fred.
Yeah, that's just wishful thinking there, Freds. I think Ilya Dragunov works because he had those matches with Walter at the time, and those were ridiculous matches. So I think him having a gripe to try to finally beat Walter in some sort of capacity, or Gunther in some sort of capacity, makes a lot more storyline sense. Gunther. And I mean, looking at this photo of Gunther, like, I'm so glad he lost all that weight. Like, he still looks menacing.
Yeah, he looks fantastic.
Yeah, good for fucking him. To be completely honest. But Kay Murphy, who do you have? Do you have the Brawling Brutes or do you have Imperium?
This is another one I'm flip-flopping with, but I'm like leaning slightly towards more Imperium.
I'm honestly happy that they gave Imperium their entrance back.
Thank God.
It is still, like, I can't wait for them to do an entrance at a WrestleMania. With just the blacked out in their silhouettes.
That entrance is made for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So that's all we have right now for our Extreme Rules card. It's only six, like I said, 6 matches. You have a good old-fashioned Donnybrook, a strap match, an I Quit match, a ladder match, a fight pit match, and a traditional Extreme Rules match. Like I said, this is the most extreme that Extreme Rules has ever been. And I was probably at the worst Extreme Rules match ever, where we had the Dean Ambrose versus Jericho match. That was bad. The Asylum match, the Ambrose Asylum cage match.
Oh yeah, what a mess.
The only thing that saved that pay-per-view was the AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns main event and the surprise return of Seth Rollins from his torn ACL. Only thing that saved that pay-per-view. But with that being said, and the potential of one of the 3 of us potentially going down to Philadelphia for this event, with everything on the line, how good is this premium live event or pay-per-view? How extreme will Extreme Rules get on a scale of 1 to 10 crowns? 10 being the highest, 1 being the least. Will Tarashuk?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pretty high, 8.5.
I can see that. Kay Murphy.
I'm also giving an 8.
You said 8 or 8.5?
8.5.
8.5. Okay. I'm gonna go 9. I'm gonna raise you guys a half. I'm gonna go 9. The only thing that could really bring this down, I think, because I honestly think all of these matches are going to hit. I think the ladder match is going to be great. I think the I Quit match is going to be great. I think the Fight Pit is going to deliver. Even Cormier is going to deliver as well. I think the Extreme Rules match is going to hit. The only match that I don't think that might be hit or miss is the strap match. I think the strap match is a toss-up to see if it can be any good. But I think you have the makings right now of a really, really amazing card and, like I said, the most memorable Extreme Rules event that we've ever seen. I'm looking forward to it. And K. Murphy, I will spare you the details. I will not tell you anything since you will be in Salem looking at witch shit.
Yeah, I probably won't watch it until Monday.
Makes sense. Extreme Rules, remember, folks, is on Saturday night. Which thank God.
Thank God is
Yeah.
right, dude. The other thing I'm doing on Saturday is getting a haircut, ordering a pizza, and watching Extreme Rules. That's my Saturday.
Doing the same thing.
What a great Saturday.
I might nix the pizza and do Famous Dave's depending on how I'm feeling.
Oh, dude. I might just.
I haven't had Dave's.
Little.
Nice thing of ribs.
Yeah, literally, their mac and cheese is unbelievable. But we'll see how I'm feeling that day.
I might do barbecue. There's this new barbecue place in Hoboken I really want to try.
Fred, save that comment for the post show because we're going to talk about that little ditty. That's going to be a great thing. So that's pretty much.
You're meeting Slack.
Yes, we'll talk about it on the post show. So that's.
Oh, smack him in the face.
It's going to be the first time
Then give him a kiss.
Would it be the first time one of our members slapped slapped Slack, or he took wrestling chops from Nikki Skywalker during SummerSlam one year. But that's pretty much our whole show.
How much could that have hurt? Come on.
I don't know. This is before she was dating a wrestler, so I don't know.
Hope she cut her nails.
I doubt that. I would have kept them bitches sharp. Would have kept them bitches so sharp. But that's all we have this week for wrestling because Extreme Rules is really the only thing to talk about. Also, rest in peace, Antonio Inoki, and all of that fun stuff. So I'm ready to get out of here when you are, Will Tarashok. Are you ready to do this post show?
Yeah, I got the outro queued up here
Let's
somewhere.
do
Yeah,
the
let me press that
damn
button.
thing. Make sure you're with us each and every week. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening or watching Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 311. It's always extreme in Philadelphia, our Extreme Rules preview show. It's probably going to be the most extreme Rules of all time, so make sure you're watching this Saturday to what is sure to be a memorable event. Of course, I am your host, King Ricky Rose. Find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe. Leave us some 5-star reviews. It really helps us out with gaining followers and the algorithm so we can provide you with some more or as much excellent content as we possibly can. And if you're listening to us, make sure you're listening to us by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio wherever you listen to all of your awesome podcast content, and follow Wrestle Addict Radio's social medias at Addict_Wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else in the world. I'll be watching Extreme Rules. Maybe I'll do some live content from our TikToks. I've been thinking about that for a while. We'll probably do some fun stuff. I'm hoping for a good show. I hope to potentially be there last minute because who knows? I might want to pull some shenanigans. But you'll have to find out next week when I tell you what happened. So we'll tear shot.
I would be going, but someone in my family has to get fucking married the weekend
Poser.
after. Which reminds me, Ricky, I gotta write my best man speech. Make sure I don't forget that. That's kind of important.
Don't put that on me.
That I write
Don't put that on
that
me.
I write my most best man speech. I won't be here next week, actually, because I'll be
And
driving.
you'll be writing your best man speech while driving.
Yeah, I'll be writing in traffic on 95. But I'll be back the following week, the 19th. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there. And then, Ricky, it's actually a good thing I didn't buy Survivor Series tickets because I might be on a plane to Vegas again.
Jesus Christ.
So there's that. K. Murphy, how much money should I put on black?
I I don't like gambling, so I would tell you none, but you're not going to listen to me.
I don't like gambling either, so I'm not going to. I'm going to listen to you.
I'm going to tell you to put $20 on black.
The minimum is usually 25, so I'll see how I do.
Put $25 on black. So what's going on with me? Oh, so I will be in Salem this weekend, so if y'all know of any fun things we should do in Salem, leave them in the
Hopefully better
comments.
than making a fucking broom.
I'm excited to make a broom.
I'm curious. I want to see how that goes.
I will bring my broom on the show next
You're gonna
week.
fly in?
Hell
Show you
yeah.
how I did. I'm gonna fly in next week
Fuck
on
you,
my
Ricky.
broom and show you how I did. You can follow me across all social media platforms at the K Murphy, THEKAE Murphy. You can also follow my Teespring shop on Instagram at Euphoric Future Designs. We just added these pint glasses and mugs to the shop.
Nice.
And some new designs. So check it out. Buy some stuff.
Yeah. So when we come back, folks, next week, Will be writing his best man speech and won't be able to be on the show. K Murphy hopefully will be flying in on a broom, and maybe it might be a good time to bring on a special guest. Who knows what the future will bring, but we do know that the future is going to be extreme in just a couple of days. So until then, folks, we're going to get out of here. Enjoy Extreme Rules this Saturday. If you're watching us right now, make sure to stick around for the post show where we get into a bunch of other random shenanigans. But until then, folks, goodbye, good night. We'll see you next week after Extreme Rules, and fuck you, Slack.
Yeah, Slack, you fucking
Fred's
asshole.
gonna beat your ass. Anywho.
And kiss you.
Yeah,
French
probably.
Kiss. You're Canadian.
Speaking of which, happy Thanksgiving, Canada.
Midnight music.
Ah,
right.
beautiful. Paige is
Space
brawling with Britt Baker? Interesting. Britt, wait, you can't be brawling, Britt. You have photo ops due at Comic-Con tomorrow. You cannot be wrong. Frets. It's not real Thanksgiving, number one. You guys didn't land on Plymouth Rock, so we get to tell you when Thanksgiving is. Okay, don't give me this real Thanksgiving bullshit. Okay, fucking Canada. Although,
I have a question.
yeah,
What is the Canadian Thanksgiving?
it's nothing different. It's just in a different month.
That's stupid.
They give thanks for being Canadian. Well, we give thanks for... What exactly do we give thanks for?
Colonizing, I guess?
Genocide and colonization.
Pretty much.
Thanksgiving's just a made-up holiday.
It is.
Okay, so like I don't like Thanksgiving that much.
I fucking love Thanksgiving. How dare you?
Well, Taquan just came with the heat. Hold on, he said, fuck you Canadians. You didn't kill enough Native Americans to earn a Thanksgiving.
There's nothing wrong with showing gratitude to Quad.
Yeah, we just gave it an excuse.
But-
Like,
Yeah, but dude, we're Americans. We're not thankful for shit. We're entitled.
We have to be reminded to give thanks.
I'm starting to like enjoy Thanksgiving now that I'm an adult because like.
I just love the
like,
food.
Well, because I have reclaimed Thanksgiving as a stoner holiday.
Fair enough.
So like.
It's America.
So I'm gonna be. I'm like turned to stuff with Thanksgiving. I just eat mashed potatoes all.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. I was never that hyped on Thanksgiving. Maybe when I was younger. But as I get older, I'm just like, okay, it's just a meal.
This is my first Thanksgiving. I'm not having turkey.
What are you having?
Because I work. I'm not sure. I'm going to Jazz's place.
Oh.
So I
Bring
work on
nuggets.
Friday. No, I bring flowers, dude. What do you mean?
Bring nugget flowers.
I
Go to
bring
like
nuggets,
edible
nuggets.
arrangement instead of getting fruit, put nuggets on the thing.
Chicken nugget, dinosaur chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
I'll bring Native American chicken nuggets.
Oh, too
my
much.
God. I'm bringing. Dylan's coming with me to my parents' house for Thanksgiving this year, so like, we're bringing like mad vegan shit.
Nice.
I think they do chicken, is what Jazz told me. They do chicken, but I'm actually pumped because their food's really good. Their mom's a pretty good cook.
I would sell my soul to get my family to do chicken for fucking Thanksgiving.
Thing is, though, I love the turkey, but then I'm going.
Well, have you ever had fried turkey?
I haven't. I heard it's very black thing.
It's not even very black. It's just it was a new thing for a while. We fried turkey for a couple of years. One, tons quicker than baking that shit for a whole fucking day.
I bet.
And so fucking good. Like, so good. People, like, there was an issue with people, because when you fry a turkey, you literally have to put it in, like, its own little cauldron and shit, like, I guess, outside. So a lot of people were frying their turkey in garages and, like, setting their houses on fire. So, Will, are you listening to the playback?
Yeah,
okay,
I am. So I'll change the audio to my headphones. Yeah. I didn't realize how loud it was going to be.
Like, we're rolling up to my parents' house with tofurkey. I think vegan mac and cheese.
You know what I want? I want a turducken. I've watched too much Thanksgiving football and listening to John Madden to not try a fucking turducken.
Yo, it's a good thing we ended the show when we did, because my laptop wasn't plugged in and it's about to fucking die.
Well.
Oh, good.
Good thing that I recorded everything on the video, so we'll have some sort of essence of a show. And everything. What is going on? Ooh, the Warriors are fighting each other. Interesting. Oh my god, Cameron, I totally forgot. Alright, so you're like a semi-Islander fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm on like the Islanders newsletter thing. So they just sent out their hold on, let me pull it up. They just sent out their promotion schedule for this year.
Yeah.
So they have Decades Night throughout the season. 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s are the different decade nights that they're doing.
And say that, it dies.
But also, where the fuck is it? There's bobblehead nights, Valenzeri. February 9th against the San Jose Sharks is Pride Night.
In February?
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
Listen, I don't make the rules.
There's my dirty ass couch.
Yeah.
There we are. There I am.
There's one game I might go that I'm thinking about going to this season, but I don't know.
There's also a Girl Scout night, which I hope they're selling a shit ton of cookies.
Oh my god! I remember I was a Girl Scout. That was always a field trip, but I never wanted to go.
There's a lot of interesting nights. So there's opening night, which is Scarf Night, opening night scarf. Alumni Weekend, Fan Appreciation. You have a Decade Nights. You have Thanksgiving Celebration and Turkey Drive. Speak of a devil. Hockey Fights Cancer. First Responders Night. Military Appreciation Day. Esports Night, which is interesting. Next Gen Day 50 Forward. Jewish Heritage Night. Teamwork Online Night. Hopefully that's for people who work from home. Deaf Awareness Night. Boy Scouts Night. Taiwan Group Night. Pride Night and Girl Scout Night.
Okay.
And I kind of want to go to one of these gimmicky ones. Also want to go. I need to go to the team store because I want another patch on my jersey.
I went to the Mets Pride Night this season. It was so much fun.
I also want to. So the Islanders have a dope 50th anniversary patch logo that I want really badly. Yeah, you look it up. It looks really nice on their jerseys. Like, they have a lot of custom patches, and they'll do it at their team store if you go to a game, like, within, like, one period. Because they also have Black History Month patches that I did not buy, and I kind of want one. I kind of want one of those, too.
Oh, my God, this is so pretty. I love this.
Oh, the 50 logo?
Yeah.
It's really nice.
I don't have any Islander stuff. I should get like a shirt or something.
You should. There's stuff. They have team stores around the island. But you don't have to go to the arena, even though you probably can go to the arena because the arena's the closest thing for you.
Yeah.
Because they have I know there's a team store in their practice facility in Eisenhower.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also buy stuff online. I think it's called Isles Lab.
Yeah, there's a couple things. I'm on StopNHL.com right now.
There's a number. If you go to Isles Lab, I think you'll find more stuff.
Miles Lab.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. This clothing store in Elmont. Yep. Here it is, the official team store of the Islanders.
Yep, Isles Lab, baby.
I like having hats. Well, in general, I like hats, but I don't have like a lot of sport shirts, so it's just easier for me.
Ooh, they have a whole tie-dye collection, Kay.
Of shirts.
Hoodies, everything.
I'm looking at the hat.
What's up?
Some of these, I'm looking at the hat, and I really like that. That fisherman snapback is very
Right. So recording on my laptop went way better because I never get the fucking audio issues. So that's a plus.
I do need an Islanders hat. I do not have an Islanders hat myself.
Oh my god, they have dad hats with the fisherman logo on them.
Do they really?
Yeah, they have them in navy, gray, and black.
Oh, good old... Oh, I see them. You love that fisherman, don't you?
I like the fisherman logo a lot.
People swear by the fisherman.
My friend has that jersey, so like when we would go to games, I used to steal that one.
As you should.
Yeah, for the fireman.
As you should. People love the fisherman jersey. I can't stand it.
It's so nice. I think it's really nice.
No, I love her. Well, I have two Islander jerseys, but they are well worth it.
I don't have any jerseys, but like, is it worth it? Because they're so expensive.
They are worth. If you get it the day of, so you can. Sometimes they have jerseys pre-made of you if you know who your favorite player is, or you can just get it custom made, and they will do the stitching for you there while you're watching the game.
That I knew.
Which is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it because all hockey jerseys are long sleeve, so you stay warm. And even if like you do get cold or something, I usually like when I went to a game with one of my jerseys, I just put a hoodie under my jersey, so that you're always warm.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. So wouldn't worry about it too much. But it's a cool thing. Oh, okay. I do have something for you. So, do you guys want to do some trivia tonight?
We got.
Well, it's my last creative trivia for a while because they stopped trivia because sports and playoffs are more important.
Well, they're not wrong.
But I had a Friends trivia I was not able to do. Like, I made another Friends trivia.
I didn't watch Friends.
I did. I love Friends.
Let's see what I have that we haven't done. Hold on, let me pull up my shit. I did Star Wars with Will last week.
That was fun. That was a good one.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of fandom and geek stuff, I'm halfway to being up to date with the Ring of Power. I should be up to snuff by the time.
I gotta watch the latest episode.
I should be caught up by the time a new episode comes out on Friday, or at least the episode behind.
I'm only caught up on House of Dragon. I haven't started Andor yet, and I have 2 episodes to bring some.
If you're gonna watch Andor for the first time, I hate to tell you this, because you're gonna have to watch all the first 3 episodes at once.
Honestly, Daddy Diego's in it, so I have no problem.
Okay, it's the slowest of burns.
That's okay.
It is the slowest of burns. I will say, Ring of Power has never made me love my TV more. That's probably the most visually stunning show I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude, I don't watch my 4K TV. I watch it in my bedroom. I kind of feel stupid.
You
I
are
might rewatch it.
Idiot.
I know, but dude, it's just like I don't watch. Honestly, I don't watch TV on this TV. I watch YouTube, do work, and play video games.
Well, just pull up Prime Video on that TV and just watch it from there, and it'll automatically.
Oh, I know. I can easily do that. I'm just saying I don't.
You should though, because it'll give you a new perspective on how great that show looks.
I know, it's so pretty.
Oh man, it's great. So, none of you guys watch Cobra Kai, right?
No.
No Cobra Kai. Did we ever do general knowledge trivia? I have a general knowledge one.
General knowledge, I could do that. We
Like
could
just
do that.
random ass general knowledge shit. I know we did Marvel, we did Britney, we did pro wrestling, we did 2000s, we did Bad Bunny, we did Harry Potter. We did Harry Potter, right? Yeah, we did.
Did
At
we?
once.
I don't remember Harry
We
Potter.
did.
I think we did Harry Potter as one of the first ones.
Yeah, because I remember you got the bonus question really easily.
Oh, wasn't one of the questions like what was Harry Potter's actual address on Privet Drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, we did do it.
We didn't do Beyonce. Nickelodeon. Let's try for general. I want to. We do general knowledge. Let me pull it up. One of my early ones.
I don't know why I have teenage dirtbags stuck in my
Why do you have teenage dirtbags stuck in your head?
Oh, dude, I feel like such a woman. Alright, show's uploaded.
Nice. Dun, dun. Oh yeah, but Dodgers won again. Fuck them.
I see him in the playoffs. So
Son of bitches. Dude, a Yankees-Dodgers World Series would make baseball so much money. Like, they would shatter a bunch of records for stuff watched. Did you guys ever remember answering a question about the flag of the state of Florida? Okay.
But then a question I forgot about.
True.
totally forgot this laptop was being used for the podcast.
What?
I just closed my laptop because I'm a moron.
Oh.
We 11.
Happens to the best of us.
Okay, actually, we may not have. We'll do. You guys ready for general knowledge? Some just whole bunch of random shit. I know Taquan's ready.
Damn, dude. We have 35 gigabytes of audio on for this whole podcast, all 311 episodes.
35 gigabytes?
Yeah,
It's not bad.
almost 36. Let me go. Kings of the Rings shows. Yeah, 35.8.
Ooh.
I mean, for 8 years, it's not too bad.
yeah, I was like, it's not bad.
I mean, how many hours this podcast we've done? We've definitely done. We've probably done close to 1,000 hours with this podcast.
Yeah,
Close to it.
something like that. Yeah, this
At
place-
least 750. So 750 hours of audio in MP3 format, 35 gigs. That ain't too bad.
Yeah, this MLB playoff bracket looks ridiculous.
I like it though.
Yeah, all right. So wild card best of 3 is the Rays versus the Guardians, which could be bananas. By
I hope
the
it
way.
goes 3 games so we can get the winner.
And then you have the streaking Mariners versus the Blue Jays. Again, potentially bananas.
Yeah, streaky team versus another streaky team.
Yeah. You have just scraping by the Phillies versus the Cardinals, which the Phillies could shock the Cardinals.
Yeah, right, dude.
It's
I really
probably not gonna happen.
I'm pulling for the Cardinals, and the Cardinals can beat the Mets. No, the Cardinals have to go up against the Dodgers.
Yeah, and then you have the Padres versus the Mets is the other wild card.
Which is just so funny, dude. The fucking Mets. You see, like, there's like 175 days in first place, and the Braves 8, and the Braves 1.
Oh, I love it. And then the Yankees will face the winner of the Rays and the Guardians. Please let it be the Guardians. I do not want to see the Rays at all. Ugh. Houston gets the winner of the Mariners and Blue Jays. The Braves get the winner of the Phillies and Cardinals, and the Dodgers.
Dude, we'll beat the Guardians or the Rays. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I'd rather play the Guardians, though.
Which makes you an asshole, 'cause I should have bought those championship series tickets when I had first dibs. Dodgers face the winner of the Padres and the Mets. It's a great bracket, dude. It is a great, great bracket. Are you guys ready for general knowledge trivia?
Yeah, let's do it. So I can go to bed. I'm exhausted.
All right. Get your pens and papers ready. You know how this goes. All right, all right. Are we ready? You better be. So I gotta watch Andor tonight.
I need to pack.
Gotta watch Andor and do my skincare routine before I go to bed.
You have a skincare routine now?
I'm developing one.
Ricky's turning white.
I wish that was my skincare routine. Could you imagine how much money I'd save?
That's not a white thing at all. Skincare is great for you.
Well, no,
I mean he's gonna become white, not like he's doing a white skin routine.
I don't have to become white. Trust me, I can master that pretty easy. I went to how many years of private school? Trust me, I know the ways. I know the ways.
This is the way.
Yes. But no, I invested a lot into. If you know, you heard of Harry's.
What?
It's called Harry's.
Have I heard of what?
It's called Harry's. Yeah. They're known for their razors, but they've started doing their own.
Oh, that Harry's. Yes. Also, I just saw the Islanders tie-dye collection.
I figured.
They got fisherman tie-dye.
Of course they do. So no, but Harry's was known for their razors. These two guys started Harry's in the last decade, in the 2010s. And they were known for their razors. But they also wanted to they started expanding and making other products, and it's more driven towards males. So they have like body wash, face cleanser,
good.
They have toner, they have bright eye cream, night lotion, and all of that stuff. And I have all of it now. And what makes them good is that they're fucking and deodorant, and they're fucking dirt cheap. You know why they're dirt cheap? Because they own the factory where they make all their products.
Good for them.
So literally I have 4 of their body washes that came in a variety pack, but like one of their body washes costs less than $6.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's insane. Good for you though.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, might as well. And like, it's like, honestly, I've been using it the past couple of days, and like, there's no sulfates or anything in it, and so like the scent from the body wash, and I also have some of our lotion, which is scented the same way as well. It stays on me after, like, I can probably still smell it on me, and I took a shower like at 8 o'clock this morning. Yeah, look up Harry's, Will, by the way. Good razors, all that fun stuff. Make you smell good. They also
I do like smelling good.
And like it stays on and it moisturizes. If you do for some reason make your way over my way, Kay, I'll show you my whole lineup of stuff. You can give me pointers on how to use toner. It's my experiment tonight.
Yes, toner's great. I have to pick up a new toner.
I was like, toner. I was like, I literally went to Walgreens this past week, and I was like, if I'm going, because like I just bought toner, I was like, fuck, I need cotton swabs. So for this toner. So, I'll let you know how it goes, Mix Murphy.
I love skincare. I always do my skincare after the show.
I feel real positive about it because like it's been going well so far. I've been using them for like a week, so I feel the difference.
Skincare is good for you both. Like, it's good for your skin, of course, but it's also it's good for you mentally because like you're doing something nice to like take care of yourself.
It helps me get prepared for the day.
Yeah, also if I feel like shit, like honestly, like my number one go-to if I'm like not feeling like, if I'm feeling like garbage about something, I take a shower, or if I can't shower, I wash my face. Do my skincare.
Fair enough. If I feel like something, my big thing that gives me the giggles now is fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Love that fucking show.
I started Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I have to give it another chance because I like got distracted from it. It was one of those.
Watch it again. It's really fun. I'm on season 4. It's really fucking funny. All right, here we go. General knowledge trivia. Mind you, I did not come up with this trivia, so I don't really remember the answers or know the answers until we get to the end of each round.
Okay.
Excuse me. Question 1. What color is the X on the Florida state flag?
I didn't know there was an X.
There's an X, all right.
I don't know, black, blue,
You
yellow,
can ask
orange.
Taquan, he lives in Florida.
Taquan, don't lie to me.
All right, so ready. Question 2. I hope you're writing down. Question 2. The recently deceased NFL legend John Madden won a Super Bowl as the head coach for what team?
Ooh.
Wait a minute. Did we do this?
You guys said you didn't remember the answers.
I remember doing a question about John Madden
I don't.
on another trivia.
We might have. We'll see how far we get before everybody remembers. All right. Anyway, question 3. What New York-based investment bank began its operations in 1850, filed for bankruptcy amid the 2008 financial crisis?
What?
So what New York-based investment bank that began its operations in the year 1850 filed for bankruptcy amid the 2008 financial crisis?
Okay.
So what investment bank filed for bankruptcy in 2008? Question 4. In soccer, what player has the most goals of all time in the league known as La Liga?
We might have done this one. We might have done this one
Definitely
before.
did this. We did this.
'Cause I remember guessing all the same answers.
I feel like I thought it was. I remember thinking it was either Pele or like Cristiano Ronaldo. And I remember being wrong.
And you're
I wrote
both
one.
wrong.
Yeah, I guessed Ronaldo. I think that's wrong too.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
I also
did this.
guessed Wells Fargo for the bank. And I think that's wrong as well.
I think
That
I wrote
is
Chase
wrong.
last time.
Yeah, that's also wrong.
Yeah, we did this. Can we do another trivia, Ricky?
Let me see. I might just have to pull some
Sorry.
shit. You know, it's fine because, like I said, I might have to pull some shit out of my ass.
Yeah, I didn't do good at that trivia because I remember feeling really confident about general trivia.
Oh my
General
God,
knowledge
Ricky!
trivia.
You know what we should do?
What?
I don't know how well you know the skit, but from Dave Chappelle, let's play the I Know Black People game, dude.
I
Dude.
can handle the game.
I know most of it.
It's pimpin' easy. Somehow that is also correct.
If is it racist gives me any indication, I am afraid of what this is.
No. This is funny. This is tons
It's a
funny.
Dave Chappelle.
It's a Dave Chappelle skit.
That doesn't give me confidence.
Okay, there is a TikTok that I sent Will, but I have to send you. It's these two black women. I don't know what company they work for, but they're on TikTok and they go around and they try to cancel their coworkers by bringing up historic phrases. I sent Will one. I sent you two, Will, I think. Will, do you remember?
No, I don't.
Remember I said the people that they were canceling people based on words that they used?
Oh yes, that one. That was hilarious.
I have to find it and send it to you, Kay. Oh my god, it's so good.
Ricky, I got it. I got it. Luckily, they did chapters in the video.
I'm so mad you sent me this Islanders shit because like
Now you're looking at shit to buy,
there's a
aren't
bunch of
you?
there's this fucking black striped shirt that's so cute and it has the yeses on it.
Oh yeah, because
Like
there's also another group that's called Yes Men because they stole Daniel Bryan's thing, so it's called Yes Men Outfitters.
I know. I remember the first time I went to an Islanders game and they did that. I lost my goddamn mind because I didn't know the Islanders did that.
Yeah.
So I like jumped out of my seat, like screaming.
Why do black people like mental health? Yeah, the Korean store clerk. Why did black people distrust Ronald Reagan? What was Mr. Bookman's job?
He was a super.
Oh, Dave Chappelle, you did it again.
Oh man. Let's see. No, yeah, the cancel one was really good. I just start sending you stuff on TikTok. I sent everybody else stuff on TikTok. I start sending you stuff, Kay.
What
I
is
love
a chicken head? Sing me the Good Times theme song.
Didn't know what. And I couldn't figure out what the words meant.
What is a Lucy?
And
Loose cigarette, baby.
what is a badunkadunk? Ooh.
What is a badunkadunk? Man, it's a junk and a trunk, baby. That is correct. I believe it is a large ass. That is correct.
Wow, Taquan with the line of the night. Taquan says, "What's the difference between pizza and a black man?"
I can't answer that.
Well, you can just read
No,
the
I
comments.
read it.
I X'd out. What did he say?
Oh, pizza can feed a family.
Yeah, well, not these days.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Wow, these are really hard questions that I found out for general knowledge. Like, what is a group of foxes called?
Oh. I don't know. A hound?
Nope.
A didgeridoo.
No, didgerido's an instrument.
I know, it's an instrument. I don't know. What are they
A
called?
skulk.
A skulk?
Bulk.
I can fuck with that.
Oh, this one is the one. Which blood group is called the universal donor?
O
That's
negative.
correct. What's longer, a nautical mile or a regular mile?
Regular mile.
Nautical mile is longer, actually.
Nautical mile is long?
Mm-hmm. By the way, that's...
Stupid ocean.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of nautical mile, that I saw episode 2 of Rings of Power, and I was like, how is this bitch going to survive?
She's an elf.
But still, I was like, you're out of your mind. Because I watched, I was like, she didn't think this through, did she?
This is a long swim.
Yeah, literally.
I was like, bitch, what are you doing?
Dude, she gets rescued, goes to Numenor, she's still nowhere near Middle Earth. They're still in the middle of the ocean and on the islands.
Yo.
My roommate said like it gets like addictive by episode like.
Well, I think 4 is going to really turn up. I mean, once I saw Numenor in 4K and HDR, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude, Numenor is really cool. I'm a big fan of Numenor. It's, Elendil and Elrond are by far the best characters.
Oh, but Elendil's the dwarf, right?
No, that's Durin.
Oh, Durin, my fault.
Durin's a dwarf. Durin's
I
pretty dope.
love that
I
whole
fucking
thing.
love Durin. I was so excited to see Durin.
Elendil's the guy who on the boat who rescues them in the water.
Okay, yeah, he fucking cracks skulls and shit. Yeah, I do love a dwarf city as well. I was like, wow, that's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, Khazad-dûm? Yeah, that's from Moria from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where Gandalf dies.
I love how Elrond's.
The first
I love
time?
how Elrond's like, I invoke the whatever, and I was like, oh, okay, you know the secret password, you son of a bitch.
I'm so fascinated by young Elrond.
So say that again.
I'm so fascinated by young Elrond.
Oh yeah, I do like young Elrond too.
He's believable. He's like,
Yeah.
this is what I believe a younger, second age Elrond would be. Although it is kind of weird. In the lore, there isn't that much of a difference between third age Elrond and second age Elrond. Like, other than he becomes the Lord of Rivendell, and that's really it. Like, he's already a lord.
Yeah.
Like, he's already elf royalty by this time in the lore.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Galadriel. Like,
Yeah.
the writing for Galadriel is bad, in my opinion, because it's like she doesn't act like this. She shouldn't be acting like
She annoys me a lot.
Exactly. It's just like she's already respected elf royalty. Why is she acting like a teenager?
A punk teenager too.
A punk teenager. Where it's like she's led armies, she's been in battles, she's like she's already married, by the way. She's supposed to be married. Celebrimbor was just not in the show.
Her one battle scene in like the first episode.
Teleporn.
Her one battle scene in the first episode was badass. I was like, wow, this bitch is nuts.
Yeah, she fucks up a cave troll, an ice troll.
I think it's a snow
It was
troll.
so cool.
Snow troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, snow troll. Ice troll, snow troll, fucking whatever. Yeah, her writing's is bad. Her writing's bad.
I just don't like the.
I hope it'll improve.
She's like the most. She's the most annoying character on the show.
Yeah, and like she was never motivated by Sauron. Like neither was her brother. Like
Yeah.
it's just made up.
I do like the. I do. Well, no, but giants don't. The giant doesn't annoy me yet. I was like, oh, you finally learned how to fucking speak a word.
That's all made
Yeah.
up too. Yeah.
Uh,
There's rumors that the Meteor Man is Gandalf, which
I thought that.
I
I
really-
thought that at first, and I was like, that seems
I
kind of
really-
weird.
I really hope not. I fucking really hope not. I hope it's one of the Blue
I
Wizards.
think when I saw the Meteor Man, I was like, really, they're gonna steal the Terminator entrance? That's what I first
Yeah.
thought. I was like, wow, it's just how
Because like that's also not how Gandalf enters Middle Earth. He enters Middle Earth first of all in the Third Age, and he comes over as like a regular dude who's a wizard, but he is younger, but he didn't come from the sky on a fucking meteor who can't speak English.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind all the hobbits, all the Harfoots, but they're also
the Harfoots.
they're also like 2,000 years too early.
Moving.
Like the Harfoots did originate from that period of Middle Earth, that area of Middle Earth, like Mirkwood.
Mm-hmm.
But they entered in the Third Age and then migrated to the
This
Shire.
is the most geeky
So
you've
there's-
ever sound, Will, by the way.
Yeah, dude, I know the fuck out of all this story. Kind of. There's some things I understand, but some things it's like this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, you need to come over and talk to my. They're both like I like Lord of the Rings like a lot, but I don't know the lore like the two of them just go off.
I know enough.
You don't want the fucking map of Middle Earth.
I have a map of Middle Earth and my whole kitchen is Lord of the Rings themed.
Well, that's the thing, dude. Like when it comes to like where all the characters are on the map, I know where all of them.
Well, because
are.
you have the map. You just turn to your map and be like, yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, but except for the Harfoots, I have no idea. Like when they start migrating, I have no idea where they're going.
Aren't they the Hobbit's descendants though?
They are, but they're made up. Like they didn't actually. This isn't. I don't know why they're in the show. I don't think they add anything to the show. They could just scrap them.
I was under the impression that that Amazon doesn't have rights to a lot of the Tolkien shit.
They don't. They don't have the rights to Silmarillion, which is a problem. It's a big problem.
Probably what I would guess of Martha, to add to the story without having things.
Well, I mean, each episode's an hour. You could cut the Harfoots completely and make the show a concise 42 minutes. It would be a lot better.
I feel like the leader of the Harfoots plays some sort of role because he has that book that he hasn't really given up. From what I've seen so far, I'm only 3 episodes in, so.
Well, it's pretty funny because they mention things that they don't have the rights to very cleverly. Like, there's a point where the leader of the Harfoots is just like, I've never heard of a man falling from the sky, but I've heard of a man going into the sky, which is true because Elrond's dad took one of the Silmarils and rode into the night sky and became one of the stars. That's what happened to one of the Silmarils. Another one of the Silmarils got thrown into the bottom of the ocean. So that's gone. And then the third one got thrown into like a lava pit by one of the sons of Fëanor.
Yeah.
So they're all gone.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, super.
But I know it's fine. But I'm very intrigued by the whole world. Like it's like, Will, you need to do yourself a favor and watch the Numenor reveal in 4K, and you'll be like, holy shit.
I will. I'll get around to it because I'm excited for the battle scene. I love Arondir, the Black Elf.
I watched that whole him trying to escape scene.
Excellent.
I was like,
Excellent.
ooh, you're kind of a badass, but you're still failing.
He is an excellent additional character.
I like him a lot, and don't tell me or not, but I feel like that badass kid with the fucking unput together sword is his fucking son, and no one said anything yet. Because I didn't think that
at all.
They clearly have slept together for a long time. Him and the healer.
I didn't think about that at all. I think the kid turned into one of the ring wraiths.
I don't know.
That's definitely a Morgul blade.
Yeah, no. When I saw him and the healer chick interacting, I was like, oh yeah, they've definitely banged hundreds of times.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. I think it's this kid. Very
I
interesting.
love her whole. She put the head of the guy on the in the bar. And she's like, we leave at dawn.
Yeah. Well, they're in Mordor.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, it's Mordor
Before it goes to shit.
Mount Doom, before Mount Doom explodes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. When the orcs take over again.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I love how she had the orc's head and she's like, "Yeah, we're leaving."
It's time to go.
I was like, "All right, whatever you say, woman." He said, "I hope Andor gets better." The 4th episode of Andor's episode last week, I was like, "Finally, we got something good. We got something going here." Have you been keeping up with Andor, Will?
I haven't.
Don't worry, it'll get there.
I don't care about a prequel to a prequel that's a sequel to the prequels.
Yeah.
It's just like, listen, man, this story is just inconsequential. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, the thing that hurts Andor is that you know the ending because you saw Rogue One.
That's what I mean. It's like, he dies at the end. So it's like everything he's doing for here doesn't really matter.
Well, yeah, it's kind of cool, but then again, he's gonna die.
Yeah. Like, Kenobi was cool because he's a beloved character who's been around for decades.
You should see, Kay, you should see the Kenobi, I can't hear you, Kay.
I said I loved Kenobi.
You should see, Kay, the making up Kenobi. But they came out with on
Oh, I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, it's
on Disney Plus,
yeah,
right?
it's good. It's really good. You get to see Kenobi and Hayden see each other again for the first time in 10 years.
That's really sweet. I love
And they
that.
kiss.
Yeah, they make out. Really.
All tongue.
I feel like I'm gonna watch and catch up on Andor probably when I get back from St.
Could watch it on the way.
I want to watch it. I'm not gonna watch it on the way there in the car. It's rude.
I'll watch it when I retire. At this fucking rate, dude.
I want to try to put a dent into Rings of Power, a little bit of it tomorrow, and catch up.
You gotta watch it with the right TV, Kay. If you have a badass TV, it's gonna look amazing.
So this is the thing. So it actually looks better on my computer than my TV.
Your computer probably has better resolution.
Yeah, because my computer is a 2021 MacBook.
Yeah, watch it on there.
And my computer, my television, I've gotten 20.
Yeah, watch it on your computer. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know why this is. I like watching TV on my computer better in general. I just love to lay in bed with my computer.
Your computer has better resolution. That's why I'd watch it on if I didn't have this big ass 4K TV. Which
Yeah, they got this 55-inch 4K on my wall. I don't watch anything on my computer. My laptop, at least.
I realistically know. I feel like when I move, I'll probably get rid of that TV. I think it's starting to go.
You know what I like to do now, Will? I'll put on either my PlayStation 5 or my Xbox, and I'll watch my shows through that because I'm getting the 4K resolution and the HDR, but then I'm also getting the spatial audio.
That's nice.
That's smart.
And also I could just hear stuff better because I'm just like, God damn it! Don't force me to invest in a fucking soundbar. Your audio shit.
Dude, sound bars are so dope, though.
They are, and I'm holding back. I already know the soundbar system that I want, and it has side speakers and a subwoofer as well. I've already marked it on Best Buy, but I'm holding back from getting it.
I want a soundbar because my TV I have to crank it.
For some shows you have to do it, and I hate that so much. But I think they do it on purpose so you can buy a soundbar.
My computer's another thing that sound quality is better because it's but also it's but I've been watching.
Saquati goes, PlayStation 5, look at this asshole. I still can't find one. I'm this close to sucking dicks and get one.
I can't believe there's
Dude, that chip shortage is gonna last for another year. It's fine because I have what I need because I'm literally my gaming career is going to retire once Starfield comes out. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, dude, Starfield is gonna be out of this fucking world.
They literally,
quite literally.
They literally recreated the universe in Starfield. There's over like 300 planets where you can go to and colonize and do a bunch of random open world shit.
It's rinse, wash, repeat, but yeah.
It's gonna take all of my time. Like, this is my last Call of Duty, probably my last Madden and my last NBA 2K because Starfield will take over my life. And it was nice knowing the gaming world. But I'll be literally going through the galaxy in Starfield for eternity at this point.
Animal Crossing is gonna have some competition pretty soon because I want to get Disney Dreamlight Valley. Yes.
I'm holding back on Dreamlight Valley. I know it's going to Game Pass. That's why I'm not going to buy it. But it does look interesting.
Dylan hasn't. She loves it.
Oh, they have it already?
It looks like so. Yeah, they have it already.
Nice.
They got it day 1, maybe day 2. They got it right away.
Nice.
It does look really awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
I played it a little bit on her Switch. It was really fun. And I got to talk to my man Goofy.
Of course.
It looks so great.
It does.
But the thing what sucks with Animal Crossing is Nintendo gave up on it right away. Basically, Animal Crossing is designed so you can play it forever.
Yeah.
That game apparently so you can time travel in the game stuff, and the game goes to 2016.
Oh wow.
I theoretically could be playing with Freckles on that island for the rest of my life.
Wow. Wait, Taquan just said that there's a Mario movie trailer coming out tomorrow?
Yeah, Nintendo's doing a direct for the Mario trailer.
What time?
I think that's I'm guessing 10 a.m. because a lot of them are 10 around 10.
I know Google has a presentation tomorrow as well, but I want to chime in on it and doing. There's a lot of stuff going on. I also need to buy my tickets to Black Adam and then also my tickets to Black Panther as well. So excited.
Tired.
Yeah, you are. But I'm surprised you didn't also say you didn't order food, but you had mac and cheese.
I have a mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you know what Rihanna's real name is?
Robin.
Mm-hmm. Robin Fenton.
Robin Rihanna Fenton.
Oh, I didn't know. I know Rihanna was her middle name, but yeah.
Yeah, Robin Rihanna.
Yeah, I like how people were like, yeah, Taylor Swift is going to do the halftime show. And NFL was like, no, it's not. It's Rihanna.
They're like, we learned our lesson last year.
What was the halftime show last year?
The greatest halftime show of all time.
Dre.
Snoop, Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, a surprise return.
That was last year.
Yes,
I missed it.
You idiot. A surprise
I was on the road.
a cameo by 50 Cent, and Kendrick Lamar was also in it as well.
Yes, I watched it live.
Yeah, you're not beating that.
I felt like that was 2 years
It
ago.
was not. It was not. So it was a hell of a fucking show. Holy fuck. You know how
wasn't that this year, 2022?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was 10 months ago.
you know what's did you hear about
8 months
the
ago.
10 months ago? Did you hear about 8 because you're right because it did happen in February. You heard about the kicker for the Bengals? McPherson?
Yeah, he went and watched
He didn't
it.
go into the locker room. He stayed and watched the
Yeah, he stayed to watch the. You want to stay to watch the show?
I'm so happy. Yeah, Rihanna's gonna put on a crazy show. It can't just be Rihanna. I feel like she's gonna have some guests.
Is she still friends with Chris?
Chris Brown.
No, it's not gonna be Chris. Is she still friends with who?
Drake.
I swear to God, if Drake performs the fucking Super Bowl halftime show,
Honestly, though, I could.
I don't. No. I mean, it makes sense, but.
Yo, Drake's gonna try and kiss him.
And then ASAP Rocky's gonna shoot him.
Well, did ASAP and Rihanna break up? I know they had a baby, but I heard he cheated on her.
What?
Yeah, they did break up.
Damn, he cheated on Rihanna?
Yeah, what a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what? She's a billionaire, you know that, right?
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, that's like Tom. Well, it's like referencing Tom. Oh no, he said they're still together. Jaquan said they're still together. Jaquan would know.
Oh, good.
So it's almost as bad, if not worse, than Tom Brady deciding to leave Giselle.
No, she's leaving him,
It's true.
please.
Oh my God. There's the TikToks about how Giselle apparently practices witchcraft. And
What?
apparently Giselle practices witchcraft, and this is her like calling her energy back, and that's why Tom looks like shit.
Well,
right
you
now.
know Giselle's the breadwinner of the family, right? Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah, she makes way more money than
than Tom Brady.
Oh, I didn't
Probably
know.
double his money. She's a model.
She's like the richest supermodel in the world. Yeah.
But he's Tom fucking
Tom Brady is not pulling in supermodel money. I'm sorry.
He throws a football and gets head
Giselle
damage.
looks good and is desirable by every person on this planet. Okay. Oh, your audio keeps bouncing in and out for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know
Yeah.
either.
But yeah, no, Giselle makes hella money, and she's essentially retired because she wanted to be a housewife. And Tom Brady lasted 45 days, retired from the NFL, and said no.
Now you know why.
It's probably the kids. Tom Brady literally said, "Fuck them kids."
I mean, he does kiss them on the mouth.
So does Titus O'Neil with his
That's
kids.
weird.
It's really weird.
Some people are like that, but it just, I was like, damn, Tom, really? Like, do you like football that much?
No, he hates his wife and kids that much.
Remember, he randomly took 10 days off in the off season for like a private matter, but I guess it was trying to salvage his marriage, and Joe's like, nope, we're out of here. It's just wild. I was like, really, Tom? What the fuck else do you have to prove? But
Apparently, it's manhood. It's like, bitch, I want another ring. Watch me.
I'm just that's.
You know what? I'm gonna lose to Aaron Rodgers. Watch.
Man, it was Aaron Rodgers rubs me the wrong way all the time. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't like.
I
Aaron
get
Rodgers,
it.
yeah.
I get it, but he gets too much.
No, he
shit.
gets the perfect amount of shit. I think he's a great QB. I will not take that away from him. But
What do you not like
personally,
about
he's a
him?
dick. He's a dick. I've never liked. I feel he has like he's a small man. By the way, he's like not even 6 feet. He's 5'10", so I think his aggression, his assonance comes from the famed little man syndrome, as compared to other people in the league. And that he did rub me the wrong way when he lied about getting a vaccination, and essentially got away with it.
He lied, but that was. I mean, he tells the story. So he went on Rogan and told.
He went
the
on
whole thing.
McAfee and told the story, but.
That too. He went on McAfee as well. From his perspective, like I get it.
But just say that.
But
I know. It seems like he didn't mean it maliciously. But if someone asked them, "Did you get the vaccine?" and said, "Yeah, I got immunized," and that's not actually what happened. Like,
Yeah.
Why did?
I mean, but then again, dude, like he was allergic to something, he was allergic
Yeah.
to
So
something
why
in the
didn't he
vaccine,
just
though.
say that?
Because he wouldn't have been allowed to play.
He could have got an exception. That's the like.
No, he probably wouldn't have, dude. The NFL.
If he could show medical
vaccine,
necessity that he couldn't take the vaccine due to a medical thing, I feel like he could have gotten a waiver for it. I feel like he just didn't go around the right avenue, go through the right avenues to do it.
That's fair, but he also saw how people were being treated who weren't taking it, And he was just like, "Fuck this." So
yeah, but those are people who were
politics.
those people who weren't taken for sometimes like very weird, not weird, but very like reasons I could.
Yeah, it's just because
they didn't want to. But he had a legit evidence-based reason, and he never came out and said that.
No, you're right.
Until it was too late. Yeah.
Right, and by that time, it's like, go fuck yourself. But I mean, from his perspective, dude, like those players were treated like not second-class citizens because they're all millionaires, but they were treated differently.
Like who? Name another NFL player that said, "I'm not getting the vaccine," and was treated differently.
Well, not like maybe players, but players didn't make the team because they didn't want to get vaccinated. Right, like training camp, guys who didn't get a chance. Like from his perspective, him telling his story. It's like
So you're telling me Aaron Rodgers isn't going to be on the Green Bay Packers if he doesn't get vaccinated?
Oh no, he would have been on the team, but he politicked. He made up a word. A bad answer. Yeah, sure.
He made up a word.
Sure. Right? Yeah. He should have said this, but I understand why he didn't. Is my point. Should he have said what you said he should have said? Probably. Yeah. But I understand the situation he was in. He gave a slimy, wormy answer and technically answered the question.
Which he should have just said what he had said before. But he's Aaron Rodgers. He's solidified in the league. Nothing's going to happen to him if he said, "I'm not going to get the vaccine," and nothing happened to him. And
right. I mean, they should have been forced to take it anyway.
Just because of player safety reasons in general, But if the rule was, and I don't know what the actual NFL rule was, the NFL has really shitty rules. Look at what happened to Tua, in 4 days.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, that poor fucking guy.
Dude,
but that's completely different. But yeah, that fucking guy, dude. That poor guy. We all owed him an apology. Now we owe him an apology. We owed him an apology because we didn't think he was good. Now we owe him an apology because he's brain damaged.
Yeah, but if the NFL rule is like I said, I don't know how much in it. The NFL rule was like, oh, every player needs to get the vaccine unless you have a medical exemption for some sort of reason. I feel like that could have been those avenues could have been easily taken.
Now I don't remember the rules at the time, but there might have been no exceptions because at that time, dude, people weren't no one could get exceptions at that time. This is what early 2021. Let's say.
So.
Like when we were sold that the vaccine stopped the virus, which was never true to begin with.
Vaccines never stop any virus.
It never stopped the virus, but the idea was you get vaccinated to protect others, which was just not true. That was never true.
Well, no, it's always vaccines to protect other people, like you protect from spreading it. I believe, is that correct?
No, but it didn't prevent it from spreading. Is my point. It made your personal symptoms not as bad, or it prevented you from getting it. Sure, fact. But it didn't. It never prevented it from spreading it. Which, when it was originally, the vaccine was sold as this will stop the virus. That was sold by the Biden administration. That was sold by the news. That was sold by the doctors. Which was just false.
Vaccine is a virus.
Whether they lied or was false, I can't tell you. Yeah, but so people lost their jobs because they didn't want to get the vaccine.
Well, yeah.
Right? Which looking back now is fucking ridiculous.
I wouldn't say it's ridiculous.
Is why they're suing.
I wouldn't say it was ridiculous. I think it was necessary, especially in specific job instances. For instance, if you're working in more of a medical or hospital thing, I think you should get the vaccine. You're already around infectious diseases to begin with. I think there is a zero tolerance rule, kind of for that one, where there's some sort of physical contact. Athletics is something to that they should have strongly considered people getting the vaccine or not getting the vaccine. If there was a country mandate like Canada did for a long time, there's really no way of getting around that. In other professions, it might not be as prevalent. Like if you're like a data analyst or something, you're working from home, and you might be up to your own, volition if you're not getting in contact with people. But if you're in close physical contact with other people on or you're around a lot of infectious diseases on a day-to-day basis, probably get the.
Well, see that's why those individual people should get vaccinated and make their own choices.
But like doctors, I was on the fence. Like I totally understand why doctors should get vaccinated because, they are around it all day. But then again, they're around it all day, so they probably could have a strong natural.
I wouldn't take that risk.
They're around it all day. Oh, I think that's a personal decision, though. I don't think anybody should be. I don't think anybody should force that decision on anybody. Like
schools force the decision for everybody.
Like my body, my choice. That kind of decision.
But I mean, to go to school, most people have gotten not immunized because I'm fucking sound like Aaron Rodgers now. Most people have got immunizations.
Inoculated, right? But so the difference between those is like the polio vaccine. Yeah, the polio vaccine should be mandated because that has decades upon decades of precedent.
Which, by the way, welcome back polio.
This welcome back polio. This is, whether you want to admit it or not, it's still an experimental.
It's unprecedented. It's not experimental. There's 30 years of evidence. If we're talking about the mRNA, yes.
mRNA, correct. But this particular version of the vaccine is
based on widespread distribution.
You know the latest boosters they're promoting didn't have human testing. It doesn't have human testing.
The original ones had a lot of human testing. Yeah.
The original ones did, but the latest one had 0 in its push out to the public.
The variant one?
Why? Why?
The one that said they're protecting against all the variants, or the variants that we know of.
The fourth or the fifth one, whatever it is that they're pushing out there now, it has no human testing.
I wonder if that's a not a litigation thing. Like, if it's technically not a brand new vaccine and it's just kind of a modification.
It's an update from the old one, but it should still have human testing though. Every drug should have human testing.
But if it's already
market, period.
All right, so let's say like
if they tweaked Tylenol. But still, that should still have
let's take Tylenol. Let's say like it's Tylenol, but instead of Tylenol being like a red or a clay colored pill, they change the color to blue. Does it really change the basis of it? No, it just changes the color. So why would you go through testing for it?
Well, sure, but I don't think they're changing the color of the vaccine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the difference.
I think that's usually like, what is the real difference that makes it? Yeah.
I have no idea, and I haven't heard any explanation to why there's no human testing because no one's asking questions about it. Because why the fuck would they? They're making money.
I mean, here's the thing also as well, because I think it's got to be something. As Kay is still here for us, hey Kay. I think it's got to be something within the way that the medical field treats vaccines. Because think about it this way, there's always a brand new flu shot essentially every year,
right?
And I don't believe that goes through any sort of testing, because then they'd be testing year round essentially.
Well, because that one is a different variant of the Spanish flu,
and this would be different variants. That's what I'm saying. The COVID vaccine that coming out now says.
But the Spanish flu was in the 30s, so like this was 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I mean,
so medically it's still
sure, but I think the way that
so you got to do.
But here's the thing: I think the way the technology is advanced, I think you can come out with. They've already come out with a variant of the original coronavirus vaccine, which I think is what you're saying. If that's a variant of the Spanish flu, hence flu vaccine, then this is a variant of the COVID vaccine. So just because.
Yeah, I would love to ask a doctor.
I would too.
Someone who knows mRNA vaccines to see what they say. But just common sense and common thought would be like, if you have a new drug, you should do human testing on it.
But it's not new.
Especially when these big pharma for the vaccine has no legal liability. They have full protection.
Well, because it passed already.
So they don't even have to double check their work.
It passed already. The emergency protocols.
It passed emergency protocol, but that doesn't mean anything.
But it already went through to full, even though it passed emergency because they kind of sped it up. But it still passed all the testing.
Right, but you can't if something happens to you from the vaccine, you can't sue anybody.
Yeah, because you
can't sue anybody. So they can just carelessly go through their work because there's no liability.
Yeah, because you usually have to sign paperwork at the beginning of a vaccine.
Yeah, but okay, not if it's forced upon you.
But we're not saying it's forced. I'm just saying we're just talking about the vaccine in general.
No, these aren't being forced. But originally, when they were being forced, there was no legal liability against it, which is just like, well, fuck you then. I'm not taking it. What if I get sick?
Well, then that's on you.
Especially for young people.
That's why they didn't bring it out to young people until.
It's not on you if your job is on the line, though. That's the point. That was the whole point against not forcing it, because it's not up to you anymore. It's up to your employer or your government. And if you can't sue anybody, it's not up to you. It should be up to you.
But
you can't
rules,
have it both ways.
But like if your employer, especially if your employer is a private employer, which people work for a lot of private employers, they can make their own rules.
They can, but you can't sue them.
Yeah, because they made their own rules. They made something in for the vitality or whatever that they're going to say of the business, and the business has the same rights as a person technically under law. So. Yeah, so I mean, like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But like, if you're working for a private entity, they can make their own rules, and you're shit out of luck. I can understand why people would be mad, but like the reality of it is, they can make their own rules. It's like, I remember when I was working for my past agency in mental health, and for a while the big thing was the legalization of marijuana. And a lot of our entry-level people, especially in orientation, were like, well, we're going to, like, we say marijuana's illegal, or whatever. And we're just like, oh, yeah, but, like, they're going to legalize it soon. Does that mean we can smoke? No. You can't.
No.
No. That's our rules. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, we love to use the example, like, technically, if you're over 21, you can drink alcohol, but you can't drink on the fucking job.
Exactly.
Like these are our rules, and you have to abide by them to remain employed. Like, there's no ifs or buts.
Yeah. No, private companies having their own mandates, that is a different story, because as you said, they're
and most hospitals are privatized.
They make up their own minds. Most hospitals are privatized. Yeah, but. I can't. It's hard. It was just such a tricky situation when, even in the fall of the science. Well, the science you said to follow was wrong. Not you, but you, like the metaphorical you. Whereas
the metaphorical me.
It was wrong.
When I researched, and I did my own research because I never really. How dare you?
You're not supposed to do your own research. You're supposed to listen to Fauci.
I listened to the. I studied the stuff behind the vaccine, and I knew what it would do, and I knew what vaccines do. Yeah. So all of this other stuff that people got all riled up about, I was like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, just read this." Like, and I was like, read this and make your own decision. Like, look at the evidence that has been presented over a 30-year span. Granted, it was on smaller sample sizes, but that should be a good indicator of how it would work in a larger scale.
Yeah. And they're still using mRNA. You see, they injected someone with herpes and it got rid of the cancer. Yeah, I didn't follow the exact story to a T, but and let me see if I can find the YouTube video.
mRNA
so
is on it. But fascinating tech to be.
mRNA is a fucking miracle, which is even crazier because here it is. Cancer vanishes with injection of modified herpes virus. So I have no idea that's mRNA. But with COVID in general, like, if you didn't get vaccinated, most likely, if you're young, you're gonna be fine. If you're not part of the certain risk factors, you'd be fine. But also, if you got vaccinated, most likely, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But also, it doesn't matter if you do, and it
I
doesn't matter
I still think it matters just for, like, just keeping your own personal immune system up and coming. Because for a while we didn't know what this was, what it would do, and how it would affect people. And we do, and I know it affected people differently. A lot of the times it affected your respiratory system for a lot of people, but it did also affect people in various different ways.
Were you on a ventilator?
I was never on a ventilator. No, I just had.
I
was on a nasal cannula for a while.
Okay,
that's a tube
in the nose.
Yeah,
tube in the nose. Yeah, because most ventilators killed most people. They didn't know in the early beginning. They didn't. A lot of doctors didn't know. No. Like, ventilators actually.
I was nasal cannula for the entire time, so I never went to ventilator. I was always able to breathe on my own, and my pulse ox never dropped that badly. Yeah.
Right. Thank God. Because if you put on a ventilator, dude, you probably wouldn't be here. Right
I was there at the height when they were running out of ventilators all across the fucking world.
That too.
As well. Yeah. And I do love how all of a sudden mRNA came out of nowhere. People are like, what? They're like, yeah, we've been doing this for like 30 years. You guys don't know? Like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah, well, it
takes so much time.
Medical testing takes a lot of time. Like, most new vaccines have 10 years of testing before it's even public. That's for regular vaccines. mRNA really changed everything because there's just not a lot of information out there, even with the 30 years we've been studying
it. Worked on smaller issues. Yeah, not like, a global pandemic. We're like, well, time to try this one out.
Yeah. And there's definitely some people who should still get boosted, like, people who are 80.
Oh, yeah.
But, luckily, they're not mandated. Like, new boosters aren't mandated for, anybody.
It's going to turn into the new flu shot, which I think we predicted a while ago.
Yeah, which is as it should be. Like, if they should be highly encouraged for the vulnerable, which is, the morbidly obese, the elderly, and whoever else had, the pre-existing conditions, all those people. And it should also be publicly available if you want to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But you should know the risks. Like, young people who get the vaccine have myocarditis, like heart problems. Especially in younger kids, they're popping up everywhere. Mm-hmm. Is that from the vaccine? Maybe. Like, there's nobody to know.
It's going to be hard to figure that one out.
But in any case, a vaccine should never be mandated unless it has the precedent of years upon years of research, like the polio vaccine does. Like my kids, when I have kids, if it's mandated to get the COVID vaccine, I'll be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Been about 15 years since then. That makes sense to me. But something that's brand, you shouldn't mandate brand new medication, especially if you can't sue the makers.
I don't believe it's brand new. It's just used on a wider scale. Doesn't make it brand new.
Well, it's brand new to treat. It's brand new to treat this specific.
Well, the specific disease was brand new.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. And
we had no treatment besides get more air.
Yeah, the treatment we really had was
weights.
Take care of yourself. Make sure your vitamin D is good, and then if you do get sick, quarantine yourself. That was really it. And then the vaccine, which is really just like
quarantine was
just like a gene therapy.
The quarantine was just a way of just delaying until the vaccine was ready for mass distribution.
Yeah, it was waiting for it to run its course.
It was a stall tactic that was a necessary evil. Necessary evil in the stall tactic. But anyway, as I was saying, fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't hate Aaron Rodgers, but I understand.
I've never enjoyed Aaron Rodgers. Put it that way. I'm not going to say he's overhyped because he is really good. I'm just like, this is a lot for somebody who's only won one Super Bowl.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hasn't gotten close since that one Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer, but
he's
on GOAT status.
He's the greatest regular season QB ever. Like, you can be that guy, but championship wise, I'm like, whatever. K Murphy, blink if you're still with us.
Yeah. No, K Murphy dropped a little while ago. K Murphy's like, fuck, they're arguing again. I'm gone. Fuck this.
This looks like K Murphy's mugshot.
They dropped. I don't see their picture anymore. No, it's probably in the stream.
Yeah, it's in the stream. I didn't even share my stream. I hadn't even shared my screen at all. My apologies, people. My apologies, Will and K. Sorry about that.
That's right. I like looking at your logo.
My blank space.
It's a pretty logo with the mic coming up from the wide.
Yeah, one of my DJ friends came up with that a couple years back.
You know what font that is?
Not a fucking clue. I'll have to ask him.
It's a great font.
It's a great logo. Literally, it's fucking amazing.
I wore my Willie T sweatshirt to work. She's like, yeah, a sweatshirt with your name on it. I'm like, yeah. I was like, you want one?
Listen, I started wearing our sweatshirts again. I fucking love them. They are so comfy.
Yeah, dude. I wore my bathrobe for the first time the other day. I was like, oh, yeah, we're back, baby. America is back.
Oh, man, never mind. I got to start making you guys merches again. Or updating the merch and putting your shit on everything. Hoping my fucking shit doesn't crash. But yeah, fuck Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady all day. Yeah, that's about it. I am excited for this Rihanna halftime show, though.
Big
Who
fan of
isn't?
Rihanna. She's gorgeous, dude. She's gorgeous and talented. What else do you need?
Not much else, really. Not much else at all. What's going on in the world of stuff? Vaughn sent me it. Kay sent some Isles Lab stuff. Mr. Fretch is doing Mr. Fretch stuff.
Yeah, what is Taquan talking about Spike Lee in this chat? What the fuck is going on here?
He said, I want to see Spike Lee get punched at a Knicks game. He looks annoying. That's the reason he's at Knicks games, to be annoying to the other team.
Dude, it's like he thinks he's a mascot.
Listen, I love Spike. I'm like, say what you want.
Excellent movies.
Oh my god, you know what
excellent
Spike
movies.
Lee's like highest grossing movie was ever?
I don't.
It's so high grossing.
Let me guess. Let me look at his filmography. Let me guess. Because he's made some really good movies and some not great.
He's made some.
Dude, what was the one that was on Netflix?
The Spike Lee movie that was
Vietnam?
on Netflix. Wow.
It was about Vietnam.
I don't know.
That's an actor. I need him as a director. No, The Five Bloods.
Oh, was that him?
Yeah, that was really good. He did Black Klansman.
Black
which really
Klansman
good.
was
He got
so
Game, which was
fucking good.
excellent.
Black Klansman was hysterical too. I was like, wow, that's probably how it went.
His movies can be a little preachy.
Black Klansman was
he-
really good though.
Yeah, Black Klansman was excellent. So let's see, his highest grossing movie. Ooh. Are we adjusting for inflation?
No,
or no?
we're never adjusting for inflation. Because I hate that argument because the New Day podcast did a movie thing, and they did like a movie trivia, and so they put the bonds against each other. Like, what Bond movie is better, GoldenEye or Casino Royale? And Xavier Woods tried to argue, like, well, if you adjust for inflation, GoldenEye made more money than Casino Royale, which is a fucking lie. Because Casino Royale at the time was the highest grossing Bond movie ever created.
I do love Casino Royale. Casino Royale was the first and like only Bond movie I've ever seen.
Brilliant.
And it's incredible.
It's all like you forget how good that movie is, and it's just about a fucking poker game.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's over right now. No, it keeps going.
And the Eva Green who plays his love interest, gorgeous woman.
What's his highest gross movie? I have no idea. As a director, I would guess Black Klansman. And you have to adjust for inflation.
No, it's not
fair.
You don't have to.
No, because like money wasn't worth as much when he made Malcolm X in 1992.
Also a good movie.
All right. It's 3.5 hours though.
So was.
That's the only reason I haven't seen.
Your favorite movie, Titanic, is like 3 hours.
That's true. That's true. Guess I don't care about Malcolm X that much. But Malcolm, he got game though with Denzel was really really good. I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, what the fuck, Bamboozled? What kind of movie poster is this? It's like a old timey blackface guy eating watermelon. Guess that's the whole point of the movie.
What?
I'm gonna send you this fucking movie poster and be like, whoa.
I believe you're gonna have to check me on it. Yeah, it's gotta be his highest grossing. Just looking at these numbers, looking at Inside Mojo on IMDb. Or no, it's on IMDb Pro. But you ever see the movie Inside Man?
Inside Man. I haven't.
It is a fantastic crime drama. Clive Owen, Denzel Washington.
Interesting.
You've never seen Inside Man?
Let me look at IMDb. It's Inside Man, Denzel, Clive Owen. No, I haven't.
You need to watch Inside Man. It's brilliant, and Spike Lee directed it. But it's really funny because no one knew Spike Lee directed it at all. Like, there's no like, this is a Spike Lee joint. It's just the movie.
Jodie Foster, Christopher Plummer, rest in peace. Willem Dafoe, Chitwell Ejiofor.
Yeah,
really?
this movie is amazing.
What a
Yeah,
cast!
it's a great movie. I think I have it on DVD. I'd give it to you right now. The budget was 45 and made 186.
Okay, it's a lot. Yeah, dude, Denzel. I know it's a very white answer, but Denzel might be the best black actor.
You're probably not wrong. You're probably not.
Although I do love it. Like, I'll ask black people that question and go, "Do it." Samuel L. Jackson. I go, "What do you mean Samuel Jackson?" He has most work.
Samuel
That's
Jackson
fair.
wants to be in everything.
That's what I mean. That's why I say he's the best actor. He gets the most work. It's still a white industry. So if he gets the most work, that's stand for something.
You got a point. Got a point.
Right? If representation really matters.
I watched the TikTok about Samuel L. Jackson explaining about why he wanted a purple lightsaber. No, it's not that. He wanted to, because he gets the purple lightsaber in Attack of the Clones. And so he was like, there's a giant fight scene in Attack of the Clones when they're in the arena. He wanted to be able to find himself in the fight scene wherever the camera was panning.
That's funny. You want to stand out.
And George Lucas reluctantly gave him what he wanted.
He was like, "Oh, all right, Mr. Jackson."
It's like, people are fucking hating it already, but whatever. Here it is, you motherfucker. And now it's iconic.
I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere. But hey, a purple lightsaber.
Listen, he's the only guy ever with a purple lightsaber. That's like when I go to Disney and get my replica lightsaber, it's gotta be purple. Like I almost have to have it as purple.
I like the green, dude. Green lightsaber is the way to go.
But you can just
That
you can just
lime
buy
green.
kyber crystals and just switch up the color whenever you want. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I like Ray's yellow one too. Yellow was a good move.
it was different. I like that. Like, what other colors could you make? You can't do a dark saber because that's literally like a UV light.
Yeah, orange. Orange is too close to red.
Yeah, they've run the gamut of colors. Unless you do a white saber. Yeah, it'd be weird looking. I love the dark saber. The more you watch Clone Wars, the more you'll fall in love with the dark saber. There's a whole dark saber lore, which they kind of fucked up in Mandalorian. Or they retconned.
That's okay. Mando's the best. They
retconned
it a little bit.
But whenever you get whenever you get a chance, watch Inside Man. It's a great detective drama. And you know what's good about it? It's streaming HBO Max. HBO Max.
There it is, dude. HBO's got everything, dude.
You know what's good about it? So you have all these great actors, especially Clive Owen was a monster in the 2010s, in the early and the 2000s as well. They give a lot of these guys monologues to just go off of. So it's a lot. It's not, but it's a monologues and conversation. So it's a lot of just back and forth of great actors just acting with each other.
Dude, I love Willem Dafoe. I'll watch anything with Willem Dafoe.
God, in Spider-Man, he was amazing.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. He's just like, I'm fucked.
Yeah, Spike Lee direct. You will like Inside Man. Denzel Washington's a great role. Clive Owen is great in it. Jodie Foster, huge bitch, but she serves her purpose. Chris Plummer, amazing, and William Dafoe, also great.
Willem.
Sorry.
Willem. I'm William.
Willem. Sorry, Mr. Willem.
Yeah, it's not I-A-M, it's E-A-M.
Willem.
Oh, Willem. Yeah.
Willem Dafoe. Yeah, Inside Man's fucking dope.
Dude, I just want his eyes. I want Willem Dafoe's eyes.
Do you really?
Yeah, I want to steal his eyes.
It's weird, but whatever. It's weird, but whatever.
Let's
get the fuck out of here.
Goodbye to Quan.
Oh,
Mr.
shit.
Listening. And Mr.
How the hell
Fretz.
does that... Oh, because I
my
was
friends.
doing shit. Hold on. It's post. Why don't we go back here? Yeah. Goodbye, everybody. Let's get the fuck out of here. We'll see you cool cats later on the flip side. So let's close it out. Also, I said it before, but happy Thanksgiving, Canada. Whatever. Yay!
We have to be thankful.
Midnight music.